We are in the month of November, and there is nothing like it in the state of Illinois with the Prep Football State Tournament underway. It was 50 years ago, 1974, that Mount Carmel was a part of the very first state football tournament in Illinois history. And here we are in 2024, 50 years later, and Mount Carmel is set to make its 42nd postseason appearance. November football, there's nothing like it. Hello again, everybody. Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We greet you from East Central Illinois, Sullivan, Illinois to be exact. First round play. The Mount Carmel Golden Aces are in the playoffs with a 5-4 record. The Sullivan Redskins, one of 3 undefeated teams in the 32-team Class 3A state field. They are making their way on the field here in Sullivan, ready to do battle at 9-0 against the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. And what a sight, nothing like it. And we're basking in the sun of an otherwise perfect football day, which means a little bit on the cool side, but we're enjoying it for now here.
Yeah, sun shining overhead, a pleasant temperature for early November. The Redskins just took the field here at Victory Field and did a 100-yard dash all the way from one end zone to the other, as they have now taken the field here. Looking for a little redemption are the Redskins after the Aces knocked them out of the playoffs last year in the second round. This game is, I think, going to be maybe a little bit more competitive than the seedings might indicate. Sullivan is favored, but not by that much, as the Aces are a larger team and Sullivan plays in a very small 1A predominant conference, so it's a step up for them here today.
Well, Sullivan is an 11-point favorite coming in according to CalPreps.com, but the Redskins have had injury problems that could impact this very game today.
Yeah, so one of their key players that's been out now for a couple of weeks is Seth Forlines. He was one of their leading receivers, in fact, second in terms of catches made on the year. He is in street clothes today. He is out. Also, Ian Fryman, their principal running back, has been limited in the last couple of weeks because of an injury. He is dressed and looks to be healthy, ready to go today, as it's time for the national anthem here in Sullivan.
We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with more of the pregame show. There's playoff football ahead. It's Mount Carmel at Sullivan. Keep it here.
In the heart of Mount Carmel, where community and support go hand in hand, you'll find the First National Bank.
We're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your supporters.
Just like our Golden Aces, we believe in hard work, dedication, and the power of community.
Whether on the field or in the bank, we're here to cheer you on every step of the way.
We're proud to support the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
Because when our team wins, our community wins.
Here's to another season of victories, both big and small. The First National Bank, where community comes first. Go Golden Aces. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
One of the things we want all of our customers to make sure of is that if you do install a generator, make sure that you have a properly functioning transfer switch. And a transfer switch will make sure that the generator is disconnected from utility service, and that protects your equipment and also protects all of our crews working on the line. If a generator is not hooked up correctly, it can send power back through that transformer, and then it can be high voltage in a dangerous situation.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Southern Accents, the ultimate Tom Petty experience, coming to the Brubeck Arts Center November 22nd. Southern Accents at the Brubeck Arts Center Theater, Friday, November 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Scan the QR code for tickets or visit the Wabash Valley Arts Council Facebook page.
Time now for the starting lineups, brought to you by the White Family Trust in memory of Sports Booster co-founder H.D. White and his wife Helen. Of course, last week the Aces welcomed Sam Strockbein back to the front lines for the Aces, and that's made a big difference. He starts along with Jackson Kling and Braden Mason, Reed Stinson up front. Aiden Reynolds as well is the center. Tight ends are Jack Webb and Owen Blake. Red Andrews still out. Andrew Militoni in the backfield along with Tobias Fulop. Elliot Akery, leading ball carrier on the Aces squad, gets the start at fullback. And sophomore Shane Metter, who was featured on our player profile segment this week, is the starter at QB. On the defensive side of the football, there's Reed Stinson up front, along with Braden Mason. And the defensive tackle is Azariah Downing. The linebackers are Stalecki Militoni and Jack Webb. That's on the outside. The inside backers, Elliot Akery and Jackson Kling. Andrew Militoni starts at one of the corners along with Shane Metter. Xander Bader is one of the safeties, a strong side safety, and Tobias Fulop starts at free safety. And there you have the starting lineups for tonight's ball game for the Aces. Brought to you by the White Family Trust in memory of Sports Booster co-founder H.D. White and his wife Helen.
Well, Scott, the Aces have taken the field. They're wearing the road whites trimmed with gold, maroon outlines on the numbers. The flip of the coin goes the way of Sullivan, as that is brought to you by the Sawyer Law Firm. Steve and Trevor Sawyer, longtime Aces fans and supporters. And the Redskins win the toss. They defer to the second half. Mount Carmel will receive.
So the Aces will get the football first. The opening kickoff of the game brought to you by Corwin Printing. Discover the quality difference a professional printer can make. There were 4 games played in Class 3A last night, so as we take the field, there are 28 teams left with a shot at the state championship. 62 degrees at game time. Winds out of the southeast, 8 miles an hour. A perfect day for football. The wind is blowing right into our face here atop the press box. So it'll be, as Mount Carmel will be on offense first, it'll be a crosswind left to right to left. There's Sullivan's kick, a bounder down the field. Hits an up back and is taken there by Jack Webb at around the 38 to the 40. Cuts outside, gets to the 45. Mount Carmel gets a good start on the 7-yard return by Webb.
Yeah, hit him right kind of in the breadbasket as he fields that football on the kickoff. Mount Carmel will start with decent field position, 55 yards away from the end zone.
Elliot Akery in the backfield's had a marvelous year for Mount Carmel, and he enters well over the 1,000-yard mark, 1,045 yards. Shane Metter putting up more yards as this season goes along, especially potent in the air the last few weeks. Aces set it up, the double wing set, they go right to left, man in motion, and there is a handoff. Nothing there. I thought maybe the ball was loose, but nothing much for the ball carrier that time. No gain at all by Elliot Akery.
Yeah, I didn't get anywhere. In fact, lost a yard on the play, so a good start for the Sullivan defense. Will create a second down and long. It'll be second down and 11.
Both these teams have a lot of two-way performers, so no real advantage in terms of your ability to get off the field during this game. Both teams use a lot of the same players. Double wing set, one setback, man in motion. And here's Metter with a deep pitch. And coming around to the right side is Tobias Fulop, trying to get to the edge, and he does make progress across midfield. And not much more than that to around the 47. Nice gain. It'll create a 3rd and short.
Yeah, Tobias Fulop got 10 yards on that play, so got the yard back we lost plus 9 more. It'll be second down and a yard to make it 3rd down and 1 for the Aces now.
Carmel clad in their road white uniforms, Sullivan in their home unis with black tops and red stripes, white pants. And here is a man in motion, and Metter this time will hand it off. Akery to the right side, bangs forward, gets the first down. The 1st and 10 pins, first down, first one of the game for the Aces to the 39.
Yeah, just a nice run that time from the 49 all the way to the 39. About a 10-yard pickup, and it'll be first down for the Aces.
Nice giant scoreboard here, one end of the field here in Sullivan. Huge video board. And the rest of the numbers are easily seen despite the sunny day here in Sullivan. New set of downs for the Aces. Metter sets the ball club down, sends a man in motion. And this time we'll hand it off left side. Nope. Did he keep it himself? Did he hand it off?
He did hand it
off. And not Akery, much there for Akery. Yep.
Got about 3 that time, so second down. Call it 7 here for the Aces. 3-yard pickup for Akery, still positive yards. Churning away here down the field.
Good crowd here for Sullivan, of course. They're right below us, Mount Carmel's fans, and they've traveled well today. They filled their section across the field. Second down and about 8, maybe a long 7 for the Aces. Full in motion. Metter will keep it himself. Now he pitches to Metter, tries the right side, gets down near the marker. Let's see if he has enough for the first down. They're going to mark him inside the 30.
That's really close. And it is going to be a first down. That was Fulop on the run. And the Aces needed 7. They got 8. That's a 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down on the pitch to Fulop.
Yeah, Metter did a good job and waited and finally gave that pitch out. And Fulop, for the second time already, has found his way to the edge on the right side.
Aces approaching the red zone now. Scott up at the 28.
And Metter sets the club down again. That double wing set, one set back, one man in motion. And now here is the handoff. And it looks like Elliott Acre kind of stumbled a little bit. He was hit at the line. Not sure he made anything. I think he got to the line, though, second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. The Redskins snuffed it up. As you said, I think Acre didn't have his footing well underneath him that time, so call it 2nd and 10 now. No gain on the play for the Aces.
Grass field, turf looks pretty good. No bare spots at all. And here now from the 29, Metter operates with a double wing set, man in motion, and here is the handoff. This time looks like Fulop stumbled a little bit, but he still gets a nice gain out of that. He had a churn forward. He kind of countered back on the inside, not to the edge, and it fooled Sullivan a little bit. And if not for the kind of troublesome start, he might have had more. As it is, he gets to the 23.
Yeah, so second down, call it 4. Fulop gets 6 on his second carry. Third down, big play. Aces have 4 downs, though, to get this.
First third down for the Aces, actually second in a row. Now here is Metter under center. He's going to hand off, countering back to the left side, running room, and lost the ball, and who has it? Sullivan does.
Yep.
Fumble on the play, and Sullivan ends up with a football.
They just able to steal the ball away. That time from the Aces runner, that was I believe, no, that ended up being
ends up with a football. First turnover of the game. It's on Mount Carmel, and the Skins have it at around our own 15-yard line. 7:57 to go, first period.
Yeah, he had a big run and then just had the ball stripped. Give him 14 yards, but then the fumble.
All right, here come the Redskins. And they switch 2 men, tight end and the tackle from right to left to right. Hand off, their ball carrier plows his way forward. First carry of the game for the Skins, and that's Ian Fryman, A-I-A-N. Ian Fryman, he's their leading ball carrier with 1,392 yards, almost 1,400 on that first carry alone.
He's a young guy that they thought may have suffered an injury earlier in the year, was kind of limited the last couple of weeks. Give him 6 on the play. Second down, 4 here for Sullivan.
And you said Fryman is their kicker as well. We did not see him practicing the kick before the game.
They had used a different kicker last week, I believe.
Christensen is the quarterback. Cooper Christensen is senior. He takes the ball in the shotgun, backs up, throws left side, pass caught, tight end, and escapes one tackle. Enough, I think, for the first down. Wait a minute, the ball is out. Bound. The ball. Yep, it was a completed pass, and Sullivan will end up with it.
I'm not sure he fumbled. He may have stepped out of bounds over there.
I think that's what happened.
So who caught that pass?
85 caught it. And that would be their tight end, Calvin Osborne, a senior. First down for Sullivan. 1st and 10. For Osborne. Well, he hasn't caught many passes, has he, at all? Is that his first catch of the year?
That's why I'm saying I was confused about who caught the ball there.
Christensen now hands it off. Nope, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get dragged down. Nice tackle over there by Mount Carmel. As they stayed right with it, that might have been Acre on the stop, and it was.
Yeah, Acre steps up. Christensen brought down for no gain, or actually, no gain on the play. So Christensen's first carry goes for naught. 2nd down and 10.
Christensen has been effective in the air, too, this year. It's 1,411 yards in the air. 15 touchdown passes. He's been picked 4 times, so 2nd and 10 won't bother them. Christensen in the shotgun, and receivers split, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, rolls right. Sets, now fires over the middle. Pass is almost picked by the Aces in the backfield.
Yeah, the Aces were right there as Xander Bader had eyes on that one. Incomplete pass. One Christensen would like to have back. He nearly threw a pick, 3rd down.
Christensen 76 for 120 on the year. And it is 3rd and 10 for the Redskins. Their first possession, they got the ball. They got the possession on a fumble recovery. Now Christensen, one setback, receiver split, takes the snap, rolls left, wants to set, and now he's flushed. He chased back to the right side. He's got some running room. 30, 35, first down, 40, 45, tripped up and fell to the 47. Nice game by Christensen, easily enough for the first down.
Well, the Aces just didn't contain the outside edge. They saw him taking off, thought he was going to throw, then he took off to the near side, and a whole lot of yardage there.
So they convert on 3rd and long, and a new set of downs. They didn't need to go to the air for that. So Sullivan, it goes left to right on their first possession. They have receivers split both ways and double wing set.
3rd down conversion, that might be big today.
And here is a handoff, and there's Ian Fryman working to the right side. I should say, the senior, Ian Fryman, gets to the 49-yard line. Short gain, if any, on the play.
Full up on the stop there for the Aces. Give him a couple, it looks like. So far, that's 8 yards on 2 carries for Fryman. The Aces doing a good job here early on him. 2nd down, call it 8.
5:19 to go, first period, no score. Sullivan's first drive of the game. They send trips out to the left side. The quarterback in the shotgun with Fryman to his right. There he's going to give a pitch to Ian Fryman. Works the right side. Aces do not let him off the hook. He's driven out of bounds at around the 47. That'll create another 3rd down for Sullivan. 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, Fryman got the pitch and plowed forward for a couple more yards. So leaves them with about a 3rd and 5 here.
So they worked away from the trip side and gave a quick pitch to Fryman on the short side of the field. So now here come the Skins with, again, a wing and 2 receivers left side, receiver to the right. And here is the quarterback. Christensen goes back to the Aces. Play it nicely and drag him down. It'll be 4th down at the 49. A loss on the play of 2.
Yeah, the Aces, Jack Webb, kind of flung his body towards Christensen, take him down. Maybe a little loss on the play. If not, no gain. And now 4th down for the Redskins. We'll see what they do here from midfield.
Boy, a little misdirection on the last 2 plays, and the Aces have hung with it and read it perfectly. Now 4th down. They're going to go for it.
Are they?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Way back there.
Yeah, he may punt the ball. Let's see. Well, the Aces don't drop anybody back. Let's see if he's going to. Oh, he is going to kick it away, and he does. And it's a short kick. It's going to go out of bounds well upfield at around the 25, 26-yard line. So a short kick. And the Aces didn't need to put anybody back because the ball went out of bounds way upfield at the 29, they're going to call it.
Yeah, so how about that? The Aces defense ultimately forces Sullivan to turn the ball over. The Aces get it back. We were moving the field, partner, pretty well on that opening drive until the fumble, so hopefully that can continue.
Yep, the Aces then managed to stop Sullivan, force a punt, so we get the ball back. Aces go right to left. First quarter, no score, 4:15 to go in the frame. First round of the IHSA Class 3A playoffs. Now Carmel in the postseason for the 42nd time in the 50-year history of the playoffs. Metter gives a pitch, working to the right side. Ball carrier gets to the 35, 40, running room, 45, out near midfield before he's finally driven out of bounds. That is Tobias Fulop.
Now just a great run from the 29 to the 45.
And what a great start in general for Fulop. They've really used him on the pitch play early on here.
Yeah, he has been kind of the go-to guy for us here early. That's a 16-yard pickup. He's up to 30 yards on 3 carries and a 10 Pence Bowling Center first down.
So let's see what the Aces do here on first down. Again, it's a double wing set, one set back Acre. Metter calls and he counters back on the run to the left side, and that on the play that time is Militoni. And he gets about a yard to the 46.
So good job reading the counter back play that time. Militoni's second carry goes for about a yard, so it'll be second down and 9. You know, Scott, when we're talking about the Aces today, moving the ball, being efficient with our drives, eating clock, and scoring going to be the important keys.
Same set for the Aces here. Double wing set, man in motion. And here is the man in motion getting the handoff. Fulop gets doesn't go outside. He works inside lanes a little bit more and gets near midfield, called the 49, and it'll be third down from there. Third on about 6.
Yeah, gain of about 3 that time for Fulop, who has really kind of become the Aces' secret weapon, I guess you'd say, in this ball game. Coming in, Tobias had 23 carries all season over 9 games. He's got 4 already in the first quarter here today.
And we're at the 3-minute mark of the first period. Who will score first? Both teams have had the football so far. Aces fumbled their first drive away and stopped Sullivan on downs, forced a punt.
Important to get this first down here. Need a conversion.
Metter sends Fulop in motion and will keep it himself. Go to the right side. Drives near the marker. I think he got repelled just before he got there. If it is, it'll be fourth and very short at around the 45.
Yeah, it looks like fourth and about a yard, so he made it manageable here, and I would assume, that we'll go for it here, as just about a yard short was Metter. That's his first carry today.
And here comes Jackson Kling into the ball game. The Aces switch to the I with an H-back as well. Metter under center this time. And will hand it to Acre, the tailback.
Yes.
He's got the first down, and then some. He drives inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. First down.
Big first down run by Acre from that I formation set. Acre takes it all the way from the 46 to the 37, a 9-yard pickup.
So a new set of downs for the Aces. We're down to 1:53 to go here in the first period of play. Kling stays in the ballgame. In fact, the Aces stay in the I. And there is Acre getting the call. Slides inside of the tackle thrown by Reed Stinson and gets inside the 35 to the 34. Was that Stinson was he the H-back on that play again?
I missed that, partner.
I'll
It may
have
have
to watch
been.
it looked like he was anchoring that little spot down. Let's see if that happens again. Although he stayed in the I that time.
We got 5 yards out of that play. So second down from here for the Aces, approaching the 30. Approaching the minute mark to go here in the first period.
Aces hustle up to the line, the play clock winding down, and it is Stinson, kind of an H-back. With kind of an offset eye that time, and this time Kling gets the call, pounds off the right side, gets down inside the 25 to around the 24, 23, move the chains.
Yeah, how about that? A 7-yard pickup for Kling up to the 25-yard line on his first touch of the day. Aces mixing up the ball quite well, call it an 8-yard gain up at the 24.
Aces have inserted Jackson Kling in this series, and it's helped to make a difference. Between Acre and Kling in the backfield, a lot more beef back there now. And then they stay in the I this time. Kling is the tailback, and he gets the handoff again with everybody blocking the way. Bounds off of a tackle, breaks it inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line.
How about that? Move the chains into the Big R Farm and Home red zone goes Jackson Kling. The Aces on the march. That one goes from the 24 up to the 11, a 13-yard gain for Kling.
The Aces were marching in their first drive but fumbled the ball away. Now they've got the ball back. Still a scoreless game. Second drive, and they're moving again.
Probably the final play of the quarter here.
At the 11-yard line, it's Acre the up back, Kling the tailback, and the Stinson is the H-back in the backfield. And there is another hole on the right side for Kling inside the 10. And he's still going down inside that mark near the 5.
And that looks like that will be the quarter, partner. A good pickup there for Kling of about 6 yards.
All right, there it is. The end of the first quarter. Our first look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard is easy. 1 quarter in the books. No score. Mount Carmel and Sullivan back in 1 minute.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh your space, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. November football here from Sullivan, Illinois. The end of 1 quarter, no score. Mount Carmel knocking at the door now. On their second possession of the game, they're down to the Sullivan 5 as we start the second frame.
Yeah, 2nd down and 4 from the 6-yard line here for the Aces. So we can get a first down without a touchdown, setting up shop at the 6. Important to finish this drive off and, again, get off to that good start in the early lead.
The Aces go left to right in the second quarter. Into the sun at this end of the field, too. The Aces stay in that same formation, an I with an H back, and here is the handoff. This time it is Kling, met by stiff resistance. Not much there this time. Maybe nothing on the play as he worked to the left side.
So that'll bring us into a 3rd down scenario here for Mount Carmel, and Kling got nowhere on that play.
So 3rd and about, we'll call it about 5 on the play, right?
Yeah, he may have even lost a yard.
2 downs from here. Let's see what the Aces do. They're at the 6. The PA announcer at Sullivan exhorting the fans on to make some noise for the defense. Let's see if the Aces can make some noise on the scoreboard instead. Here's Metter under center, double wing set. We've gone out of the eye, and there's the handoff. Ball carrier slides up by tackle, dives in. He's close.
Yes!
And he made it. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown run for Elliott Acree, and the Aces are on the board. They lead 6-0 in the first minute of the second quarter.
Well, how about that, partner? Just a great job finishing it off, and the Aces will take the lead here in Sullivan.
Now, that was a 6-yard touchdown run, not an 11, but the Aces are on the board here with 11 to go in the second quarter. Now they'll go for 2, and they go back to the I. Stinson stays at H-back. And here's Metter under center now. Hands it off. Ball carrier finds a resistance and then tries to dive inside and missed on the 2-point run. Acree, he did his best. He chose an alternate route when he was stuffed early, but still didn't make it, and that ends the possession. But it was a good one for the Aces. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard now reads Mount Carmel 6, Sullivan nothing, back in 1 minute.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund.
A 6-yard touchdown run by Elliott Acree has given Mount Carmel a 6-0 lead here early in the second period in Sullivan.
Linson set to deliver the kickoff, and his first time doing this today. The Aces got the ball first, fumbled, forced Sullivan to punt, and now Linson's first kickoff signaled fair catch there.
Yeah, and up back, Aiden Arnold was way back in the normal position back at the 10 or the 5, but the kick sailed way upfield and it was fair caught at the 34-yard line. So that's where Sullivan takes over at their own 34.
Well, partner, we've seen some opponents of the Aces in years past when we attempt to do these short kicks like that. Take that fair catch approach, no matter where you're. Fryman, 30 yards rushing, 5. Fryman, 30 yards rushing, 5 passing. That's it through the first quarter plus.
Yeah, we talked about the loss of Seth Forlines. He's injured. He is their top receiver on this squad, so that's a big hurt for Sullivan. And now in the shotgun, there's Fryman again, gets a call, rumbles up middle, breaks a tackle, breaks 2. He's on his way to the 35-30, down the left sidelines. Nobody's going to catch him. That's a touchdown. An explosion for the Redskins and a 63-yard touchdown run, and this game is tied 6-6.
Well, partner, one of the things that I think our coaching staff was concerned with was the big play capability of these Redskins. Not only that, but Mount Carmel had to tackle well, and on that play, we did not. And 63 yards later, and literally less than a minute later, the Redskins are on the board.
A 63-yard touchdown run by Mr. Fryman. And now the Skins are going for the lead here. They're going to play
will
for
go
two.
for 2.
And here is Christensen. He'll get it in the shotgun, and he will keep it himself. Works left side. Aces stuff it. So that negates the 2-point run, and we're still left tied. As we take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard, 10:23 to go, quarter number 2. We are dead even. Sullivan 6, Mount Carmel 6, back in. Wait a minute. Hang on, guys. We have a penalty.
So a penalty will cause the play to be reset here.
I was so proud of myself getting into the commercial quickly. How about that?
I was right there with you until I saw, wait a minute, nobody's leaving the field.
I looked up and go, yeah. So we're going to try it again. All right.
Well, this is from the 11, so there must have been a Sullivan penalty to begin with.
Yep. 5-yard walk-off, and now Fryman's in the game now, and he will get the call. Pounds upfield. Oh, he broke free. Shook a tackle at the 8 and scored easily on the run to the left side. So Sullivan does end up with the lead on Fryman. 2-point run after his 63-yard touchdown. And now let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Sullivan 8, Mount Carmel 6. Back with a kick in.
Well, now
hang on. We're not done yet.
You know what, partner? You know what I think has happened? I think they said that touchdown didn't go. He stepped out of bounds. That right there was the touchdown. Here's the point after try. And Sullivan is not going to get there.
So after all that, we're still tied at 6.
After all of that, that was the conversion right there.
Ooh,
he stepped out at the 10. That's why all that was funky.
All right. So, G. Morton, remember who the sponsor is? Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips. He's getting a lot of play on this one scoreboard look.
Right.
And we are tied at 6-6. Back with a kick in 1 minute.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Return fumbled the football away, and just like that, Sullivan has it right back. So let's reorient ourselves here. It was not a 63-yard run. It was a 53-yard run, but no touchdown, and then a 10-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, so they apparently ruled he stepped out of bounds at around the 10. Then 2 plays later, they took the touchdown in on a Fryman run from 10 yards out. And then the 2-point conversion run failed. Now they've recovered a fumble, and they've got the football again.
So just like that, the Skins are back on offense. And they have trips to the right side. Christensen gives the pitch. Here comes Fryman working to the short side. Left, gets to the edge and breaks outside and finally pushed out of bounds. Inside the 40 at around the 39. That's a first down.
Yeah, I don't know, 12-yard pickup for Fryman that time, and they seem to be finding their mojo here. Do the Redskins.
And we look a little bit disheveled all of a sudden.
Things were going so well for the Aces through that first quarter, but 2 fumbles in this first half have really cost us.
You know what? We've said all along we cannot make mistakes, and certainly not in the playoffs, no matter the team you are, but especially this year. Fryman has trouble up with a run up the middle that time. Aces plug it up very quickly and maybe gets a yard to the 40.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to give him that or not. No gain, it looks like, on the play. 68 yards now, make it 88 yards for Fryman on his 8th carry, including that touchdown.
6-6 is the score. We do know that much.
Yes, something like that.
Second down and 10 now for the Skins. And Fryman again plows into the middle. Aces right there. He went right into that stack up, and the Aces were waiting for him, and no gain on that play. Now it's 3rd and long from the 40.
I'm telling you, he ran in to Strockbine. Welcome back, young man, as Fryman made no progress on the play again. 3rd and 10.
You know, Christensen's thrown 120 passes on the year, but without 4 lines, it almost looks like they're a little gun shy to go to the air. I mean, they're running trips all over the place, and they keep handing the ball off.
Yeah, only seem to be throwing when they have to.
So they run trips to the right side again, and now Christensen, they're going to stop this play.
False start against the Redskins will back them up 5 yards.
So 5-yard walk-off takes it back to the 45. Now it's 3rd and longer.
3rd and 15 now for the Redskins. Haven't been many penalties. Maybe that's the first one of the game. So now you would think they would be throwing here.
Yep, you would think. 8:07 to go. They start the clock again. The officials do. Second quarter game tied 6-6. Aces have 2 fumbles already on the day. So there go the Skins with trips to the right side. And Christensen in the shotgun takes the snap. He looks like he wants to throw, sets, now fires back to the left side. Passes caught, but the Aces are right there, and he did not get enough for the first down at the 33. The catch made by DeMarcus Moore, a tight end, but not enough. And it'll be 4th and about 4.
Jackson Kling made the wrap-up as Moore, kind of the all-versatile player for them, makes the play and gets them into a manageable situation. 4th and about 4 as they get about 11 yards on the pass play.
Well, a nice tackle by Kling. They threw the ball way out wide. I mean, it was one-on-one over there. He had to make that stop, and he did. Otherwise, it's 6.
Come on, defense. Big stop here.
See what the Skins do here. Again, trips to the right side. And there is Christensen in the shotgun. Set back to his right. Christensen looks like he wants to throw. He does. He fires short, and it's grabbed.
Close.
And I think it's incomplete.
He caught it. He caught it.
He did make the catch. Way in traffic on the right side by the marker. Maybe enough for the first down. It looks like it.
Haven't signaled yet. The official's up taking a look.
At
it's going to be
30-yard
close.
line. He's right near the 10-yard marker. He looks around, and he
Michael
can see
Brewer
it from there.
Not happy with the spot. Neither are the Mount Carmel fans who are booing on the far side.
And they move the chains. It is a first down. Margaret at the 30-yard line. Nice little 4th down conversion. And that pass was in traffic. He still pulled it in over there. And on the catch that time was Braden Montgomery, a junior. His first target of the day.
So a big first down, a 4th down conversion now for the Redskins to move the chains to the 30.
And the Skins come out again. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, handoff. Here's Fryman wrapped up and dropped. A little bit of progress on the left side of the 25-yard line, about 5 on the carry.
Yeah, that's carry number 10 now for Fryman as He is kind of settling in now. 93 yards for him on the ground. Second down, 5 from the 25 here.
6:01 to go here in the 6:02 to go, I should say, in the second quarter. This game is tied 6-6.
Fryman over 1,400 yards rushing now on the season, averaging 12 yards per carry on the year.
They move Arnold into the backfield. D'Aiden Arnold now in the backfield with Christensen and Fryman. And now Christensen's going to keep it himself, let Fryman do the blocking. Tries to find running room on the left side and gets a little bit, but not much, down and around the 20-yard line.
That should be enough for the first down, I would think. It will move the chains for the Redskins on the 5-yard Christensen run. So now they're in the red zone.
Christensen on the year has 398 yards and 8 touchdowns as a running back.
About a 5-yard per carry average for him. So not afraid to run the football. He's a lanky kid, 6'3", 205-pounder.
Kind of an interesting move there. They brought the scat back in and then let the running back do the blocking for Christensen. Fryman now again trips to the right side. Christensen's going to keep it himself, jumps into the line, and there's Reed Stinton to jump in and grab him down after a short gain to around the 18.
Yeah, so good stop by the Aces that time, repelling Christensen after a 2-yard pickup. So it'll be second down, call it 8. Downing also in there on the stop for Mount Carmel. 2nd and 8.
We're inside 5 minutes, 4:47 to go in the first half. This game is tied 6-6. First round of the IHSA Class 3A State Football Tournament. Mount Carmel in the postseason for the 42nd time in the 50-year history of this tournament. Now back to a normal set are the Skids. And there is Fryman.
No, Christensen
kept it himself, pulled it back from him, and drives to the right side. Probably would have had more of the handoff. As it is, he's dropped it around a 15, called the 14-yard line. It's third down.
Yeah, another 3-yard pickup, so getting little bits and chunks along the way. But third down, about 5, call it 4 for Sullivan here. By the way, Cal Preps projected Sullivan a 28-17 winner in this ballgame, in case you're keeping track of the score at home. 6-6 here. Stalecki Militoni helped make that last stop for the Aces. Big play here.
Trips to the right side. There's Fryman behind Christensen. Kind of a pistol set here.
Timeout Aces.
And Mount Carmel calls a timeout. That's the first by either side today. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial representative Tia Morgan. Second quarter, 3:52 left. We're tied at 6-6. Back in 1 minute.
The Wabash County Health Department is now offering breast cancer prevention and navigation services for those who have recently been diagnosed with or are currently fighting breast cancer. We're here to help navigate you through your cancer care journey and assist you in connecting with the care and assistance you need. Our breast cancer navigator, Megan Storkman, and outreach coordinator, Katie Isles, are ready to help. Call 618-263-3873 to schedule an appointment.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall, it does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Back here in Sullivan after the timeout. Mount Carmel now with 3:52 to go in the second quarter on defense as Sullivan tries to drive for the go-ahead touchdown. We're tied 6-all. Christensen in the shotgun, hands it off. Fryman gets to the right side and a short gain there. Aces covered the ground laterally to make the stop at around the 12-yard line.
So a couple of yards pickup. That leaves a, about a 4th down and 3 now. So this is a huge one, partner.
Sullivan converted on a 4th down earlier in this drive. Let's see if the Aces can hold them out here and get the football back. Won't be a very good spot on the field, but we'll take it at this point.
Give a stop here.
4th and 3. Receivers split both ways for the Skins. And there is Christensen's shotgun. Now they go tight end and tackle to the left.
We spend a timeout again.
Okay, and we saw that little switch. Second time they've done that today, and we call another timeout. We'll take the break too. Brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. We're all tied at 6-6, back in 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day his surgery went like planned, registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
Following the timeout, we reset with his 4th down try. Second 4th down conversion attempt on this drive for the Skins. Here is Christensen in the shotgun. Calls.
We just jumped offside.
Did we jump?
Yep.
Yep, okay, they pulled us off on the hard count. And that'll cost us 5 yards.
And more importantly, first down and goal now. That cost us the defensive play on 4th down that we could have made a stop, and instead we'll have to do it in an end goal situation. First and goal at the 3 for Sullivan. Call it the 7, actually.
Boy, a crucial mistake.
2 fumbles and then that defensive miscue today.
And now the Skins get the football inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. They hustle a couple players from right to left, wide outs, and Christensen waits. Now he calls the signals, has one set back to his left, and Fryman gets the call. Goes left, nice tackle from behind at the line. Nicely done by Reed Stinson. And holding that ball carry to only about 1 yard on the play.
Telling you, the Aces are making it tough going, tough sledding here as of late. Sullivan's had the one big 53-yard run. You take that away, they have not moved a whole lot against the Aces today.
So we've made pretty good plays, and then we seem to have numbers on our side, and then we make a mistake, like we did a minute ago on 4th down.
So a 1-yard gain, second and goal at the 6 here. And now they may take a timeout here. The play clock is dwindling down to 5. Timeout Sullivan coming.
All right, timeout called, and they haven't called it yet. Now they call it. 2:20 showing in the clock in the second quarter. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Rep Tia Morgan. Sullivan trying to get the lead before halftime. We're tied at 6, back in 1 minute.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
Down and goal for Sullivan from the Mount Carmel 6-yard line. Christensen gets the snap, hands it off. Ryman, grab, nice job in the backfield to grab him. That's Stalecki Militoni, holding him to just a yard to the 5-yard line. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm telling you, partner, the Aces defense has risen to the task today here in this last part of this drive, trying to repel the Redskins. It's now 3rd and goal at the 5. Started at the 7 with a 1st and goal there.
Boy, can the Aces hold them out here. They apparently don't have a kicking game. We saw them go for 2 a minute ago, and we haven't seen much on the kickoff.
Field goal attempts on the year.
1:44 to go here in the first half. And here is the same setup. Couple receivers to the right, one to the left. And there is Christensen in the shotgun, hands it off. Now he's going to keep it himself this time, and he plows forward, gets near, inside the 3, maybe the 2, before he's finally stopped.
And the Aces will spend their final time out here with a chance to maybe get the ball back.
1:27 to go in the first half of play, and it'll be 4th down when we come back. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Rep. Tia Morgan back in 60.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
How we doing? Down, okay, thank you.
Big play here.
Big first half moment here in Sullivan. The host Redskins at the Mount Carmel 1/2 yard line. It is 4th down and goal. Playing for the lead right here. And it'll be Christensen under center this time. And he will hand it off. Or did he keep it himself? Let's see if he made it.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Touchdown. And Sullivan has the lead. And one player is shaken up. One of the linemen, I think, being helped off a little bit by his teammates. He's really hobbling out. Yep, it was a lineman. So and he's down now. He tried to make it out on his own. Did Christensen keep that ball?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he gets the touchdown. So timeout for the injury. We're going to keep it here.
Looks like
a point after.
Might be 57,
yes,
Mason Booker, a senior, that's down.
Yeah, he tried to make it out on his own power and then went down. So they're attending to him. 1:24 to go now in the first half. The touchdown run by the quarterback is his 9th rushing touchdown of the year.
That is correct.
Okay, and that's Christensen, and Sullivan has the lead. It's 12-6.
So they've scored the last 12 points in this ball game. And a big 2-point conversion coming up here for them. Assuming they do that again. They have kicked extra points, but again, it was Fryman who was 18 of 27 on the year, but he has been shaken up a little bit the last couple of weeks, so we didn't see him taking the extra point tries. Instead, Colin Shane, number 1, was taking them in the warm-ups, and he is 2 for 3 on the year in a small sample size, but we'll see what Sullivan elects to do. Maybe it looks like go for 2 again.
And they will do that apparently. And here comes DeMarcus Moore into the game, 2 in the backfield.
They do have 5 good 2-point conversions on the season. That's it.
Christensen will operate out of the shotgun, and he gets the snap. Wants to throw, pump fake. Now he rolls to the right. Now throws on the run, and the pass is knocked away incomplete. And so no 2-point conversion, but Sullivan does have the lead. We'll keep it here. 1:24 to go in the half. Sullivan leads for the first time of the game, 12-6. All the scoring in this one here in the second quarter. And already, Kyle, you just kind of feel like, all things considered, we are where we are, but
just a few too many mistakes.
We've kind of done this to ourselves.
You know, we're marching down the field on the opening drive and fumble it away on what would have been, I think we would have been in the red zone firmly at that point had we not fumbled. Then a big play allowed by a couple of missed tackles sets them up with that scoring drive that got them on the board first.
Yeah.
And then we had the big jump on a 4th down conversion further back upfield that gave them the first down inside the 5. So just too many mistakes. We fumbled twice along the way here as well.
So Sullivan leads 12-6. Aces will get a crack at points before the half. Here comes the kick. And it is a little bounder down the field. It's taken on a bounce at around the 23, 25, 30, 35, 40, and over the 40 to around the 45 is the return man for Mount Carmel. And that was Andrew Militoni.
So no timeouts for the Aces and 1:16 to work with. We're not a team that is typically very quick. But can we get into position to take a shot at the end zone here?
Nice return there, and the Aces have the ball at the 45 with 1:16 to go. Now we've used one timeout, right? So we have 2 of those left.
Yeah, we have no timeouts left.
We have
used
no.
all 3. They have 2.
Oh, I'm reading the wrong side of the scoreboard. Okay.
There you go.
All right, Aces go left to right. Looks like they're gonna go to the spread. And they're gonna go 2 by 2 on the receivers. Also a wing to the left side, so there is our quarterback in the shotgun by himself. He's going to keep it himself, and Shane Metter gets progress shy of the 50 to around the 48 or 49. Clock is running.
About a 3-yard gain from Metter. We're going to have to get yards in bigger chunks than that, you would suspect, with a minute left now.
Again, the spread offense inside a minute now. Ace is still sending players out 2 by 2 with a wing to the left side. And he's in motion, and there's a swing pass to Jack Webb. He tries to get to the edge, and he does get out of bounds at midfield, maybe at the 49 of Sullivan, but that's it. The clock stops. We're down to 47.5 to go in the first half.
Yeah, pass complete, but it goes for no yards. And like you said, at least Webb gets out of bounds there.
And they didn't even mark it on the other side of 50. It's back in Mount Carmel territory at the 49.
Really a loss of 1, and that play took 13 seconds off the clock. No timeouts. We got to move here. 12 on the play clock. We got to get the play into the huddle yet.
And we're not even coming to the line yet. Here we go.
8, 7, 6.
Aces have to send 3 receivers out to the left side and get this all on the snap done,
2.
and we got it off just in time. And now Metter tries to get on the run himself to the 45. Outside. He's going to go out of bounds. Log of the 46, but not much on the play.
Are they not going to say that he got to the down box on that one? It'll be 4th down. They said he stepped out before the first down, so it'll be 4th and 1.
And the clock now says 41.5 to go. That's 4th down for the Aces. We're going to go for it without a timeout. So if we do get it, we're going to have to spike the football. Here is Metter, just swing pass.
Oh, my.
Right side. And Webb's got it, breaks it open to the 35, lost the football, and Sullivan recovered it. In bounds, I think, when they recovered it at the 29, our 3rd fumble of the half, and Sullivan has the football again.
Mercy. There is a flag down on this play. There's a flag back at the 42-yard line of the Aces. This might be a hold on us, but let's hold the phone. Holding Mount Carmel Sullivan football.
Yep, they'll decline the penalty, and the Redskins have it, and we've turned the ball over 3 times in the first half.
That has been uncharacteristic of the Aces, but Sullivan has done a good job of knocking the football away.
And they will have it with only 34 seconds to go in the first half of play. I can't imagine they're going to do anything crazy, but we'll see.
They do have 2 timeouts should they elect to use them.
So let's see if they can march down the field. Boy, it'd be a big score if they can do it before the half.
How about another pick 6? That was good last week by Akery. We need a stop here somehow.
We certainly do. Trips to the left side, 2 receivers to the right, empty backfield, and Christensen now wants to throw over the middle, and the pass is caught, and he escapes a tackle, and now another open field, and down to the 35.
He's still going.
Yep, finally.
What's he doing?
We haven't brought him down yet.
There's a flag down in all of that sequence.
I think that was Moore on the catch, right? DeMarcus Moore?
He was dancing in place forever out there. He never moved forward. There is a flag in the area. There's actually 2 flags down in 2 different spots on the field. Hold the phone here.
Yeah, kind of crazy that little play was. Well, I thought he was going to find his way to the end zone.
And I think he's shaken up on the play, and maybe that's why he wasn't going any further upfield. He's looking at his legs here.
Suffered the injury maybe during the play then, huh?
It would be a 39-yard catch and run reception, but they're talking to Mount Carmel here. 2 fouls on the play.
There's 20 seconds exactly.
Personal foul, face mask, Aces.
Yeah, we were just desperate to bring him down.
Personal foul, targeting, or something of that nature. What's the
sure
fist to the hand mean? But that's on Sullivan, so they'll negate it, and I think that means we'll replay this whole play back from the Sullivan 30. So that play goes for naught ultimately.
Meanwhile, as we mentioned, 20.0 left on the clock.
Helmet-to-helmet contact was that second penalty on Sullivan. And that might take the want-to out of Sullivan here with just 20 seconds left. We'll see. The Aces deep man stands all the way across midfield.
Yeah, at the 50.
Yeah. And that's prevent mode here.
That's definite prevent mode there, isn't it?
Remember, Sullivan won the toss. They'll get the ball to start the second half with the lead. Will it be a one-score or more lead?
So trips to the right side, receiver to the short side left, one set back, Christensen in the shotgun. And he backs up, wants to throw. There, dumps a screen pass to the left side, and the receiver is right out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And on the catch that time was the tight end. I think his second catch of the day.
That was actually Fryman who caught
Fryman.
it.
Oh, okay.
Militoni forced him out of bounds there. Really? So about a minimal pickup, really, of about a 4-yard completion there.
And now 16.6 showing on the clock.
This is a team that has the big play capability, so be careful here.
Trips to the right side, and Christensen backs up, throws a swing pass. It's deflected, never gets to Fryman out of the backfield, incomplete. And it'll be third down. Clock stops, 14.3 seconds to go.
Well, obviously what Sullivan doesn't want to do is give the ball back to Mount Carmel. So interesting to see what play choice they choose here. I mean, obviously they could run it. We can't stop the clock. That'll run out the clock. Or you take a pass and then force yourself into a punt situation if you don't complete the play. They may take a knee and go home, but it doesn't look like it.
Nope. And it's a 2-by-2 in the receivers. And here is a handoff. Fryman's got it, cuts back to the left, gets outside, 35, 45 I should say, down near 50, and they push him out of bounds. Meanwhile, there's still 9.2 seconds to go, and it's a first down for Sullivan at the 48 of Mount Carmel.
Well, I'm telling you, they're putting themselves in position for at least Christensen to chuck it long downfield.
Yep.
It's about a 17 or 18-yard gain that time. Fryman now over 100 yards already in this first half.
All right, let's see what the Skins do. Again, they go 2-by-2 in the receivers.
They do have 2 timeouts again, we remind you.
And here's Christensen alone in the shotgun. On 1st and 10, backs up. Looks like he has time. Now it does. He throws it vertical downfield, and it's going to be picked. No, it was almost going to be picked off. That was a Diane Swan intended for Fryman, and was that Jack Webb?
No.
No, that was Shane Metter had the best chance at it.
He was diving for it there.
Incomplete, second down. We still have 3.8 seconds to go in the half.
I know, you see Christensen take a deep shot like that. A little surprised to not see them try something a little quicker down the edge, call a timeout. But now they're down to one final play here.
Sullivan 9-0, coming in one of 3 undefeated teams. Byron, one of them, has already won their first-round game. St. Joe Ogden, the other undefeated team, in the field of 32. Now trips to the right. Christensen dumps it to the right side, and it flails incomplete well ahead of the receiver on the turnout, and that'll do it for the first half.
Wait a minute.
Or maybe
that
not.
is the half.
Okay.
Well, hang on. There's whistles everywhere, so hold on. There is a flag down
on the play. Okay.
And
ineligible man downfield on Sullivan.
That'll end the half.
Okay, there we go. Mount Carmel had the early lead in the second quarter, less than a minute into the frame, but Sullivan has come back with the next 2 scores. And here is your Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's halftime. It's Sullivan 12, Mount Carmel 6. We're back with the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report in 2 minutes.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide. But that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a huge selection of Jeeps and Chryslers. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned inventory at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a complete lineup of Fords. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned Fords at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
It's halftime here in Sullivan. Welcome back. It's time for the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report. The Sullivan Redskins lead Mount Carmel at intermission 12-6. All the scoring done in the second quarter of this game. Elliott Acree opened things up in the first minute of the second quarter at the 11-11 mark with a 6-yard run. The 2-point run attempt failed, and Mount Carmel led 6-0. Then Sullivan came downfield to get a 10-yard run by their leading ball carrier, Ian Fryman. The run for 2 points failed, and it was a tie game. That was less than a minute later. Actually, less 48 seconds later, and the game was tied at 6-all. Then late in the contest, 1:24 to go in the second period, Cooper Christensen kept it a 1-yard run, and the 2-point run failed, and that's your halftime score. Sullivan over Mount Carmel, 12-6. A beautiful day for football. Game time temperature was 62 degrees. Lots of sun here today. A few clouds as we look out over the field here. We've got a great vantage point. Top the press box over here on the home field side. We look over to the other side and we see a very scenic park with all the colors of fall showing. A nice little lake here, and complete with a nice little fishing pier off over the outstretched parts of the lake. And of course, all you're missing when you see a fishing pier, you miss the palm trees, the sand, and the resorts, but I don't see those there. But other than that, it's a nice-looking fishing pier here off in Sullivan. Field's in good shape. First round of the IHSA Class 3A State Football Tournament, and Sullivan is your leader, 12-6. Kyle Peach will have a look at stats here in the first half. We're also going to take a look at other scores around the area, taking special note of the 2 other Little Illini Conference teams in action today in the first round in Class 1A, the KZ Westfield Warriors and the Olney Tigers, the undefeated Olney Tigers in Class 4A. So we'll check up on all that here. You want to take a break?
I can do the stats real quick if you want.
Go right ahead then, sir.
So for the Aces, Shane Metter, 3 carries for 14 total yards. Elliott Acree has carried it 7 times for 27 yards. And the score for the Aces. Meanwhile, Jackson Kling, 4 carries for 26 yards. Andrew Militoni, 2 carries for 8. Tobias Fulop, 5 carries for 45 yards. And Jack Webb getting credit, actually, instead of, we're saying those were not forward passes by Metter, so those were all rushes on pitches by Metter to Webb, according to the stat crew. So Shane Metter, just repeating here, Scott, Metter not credited by our official stats team with any passes because those were behind the line to Webb. So they go as rushing attempts for Webb. So he is 2 for 17 on the ground. Metter has yet to throw a pass in this game. Meanwhile, For Sullivan, 2 players accounting for their rushing yards. Christensen, 9 carries for 37. Fryman, 14 to make it 13 carries for 114 yards. Both players with a touchdown each. Passing the ball, Christensen has thrown 8 times. He's completed 5 of 8. And those have been spread out amongst 4 different receivers on the day. Osborne a catch for 3. Fryman a catch, 2 catches for 9. Moore a catch for 11. And Montgomery a catch for 4. So all told, Sullivan with, let's see here, that would be 10, a little math here, 27 yards passing. And the Aces, no passing yards on the day. So I've got Mount Carmel around 130 yards rushing, Sullivan around 143 yards rushing on the day. So similar in stats. Mount Carmel, too many mistakes. The 3 turnovers have been big. And unfortunately, that has left the Aces down, but only by a score here at the halftime break.
And not just that kind of mistake, but also we bit on the hard count once, and boy, that cost us. They cost us a first down for them, as they had their go-ahead scoring drive then too. But well, we've known this all along. We've got to be flawless every time out, and when you start getting into the playoffs against teams that are your equal, then those mistakes are really magnifying, and we've had more than our fair share so far. So all things considered, it's just 12-6
right
at halftime. Sullivan is your leader. We're back to go over scores, unless you want to do that too. But
no, let's go ahead.
Take a break. We'll take our first break of the halftime show and come right back with more here from Sullivan. The Redskins lead Mount Carmel at halftime, 12-6. You're in tune with the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. Back in 2 minutes.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day's surgery went like planned, registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
News Channel 15, winner of the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award for the nation's best community college TV station. Back here at halftime, you're listening to the Keep His Funeral Home halftime report. Might as well share the story that one of your former, I guess mine too, Tristan Thomas.
Yes.
One of the proud Wabash Valley alums, now the sports anchor at part-time anyway, full-time anchor, part-time anchor, full-time employee, there you go. On WCIA TV3 in Champaign, great job, gets to cover the Illini. He'll probably do that for the rest of his life, who knows?
He's from the Champaign area, grew up in Mahomet, Illinois, and just super proud of him. Made the move after going to Wabash, transferred to Eastern Illinois, went to school at your alma mater, then got a job in Minot, North Dakota.
Is that the number one? That's the most northern market in the U.S., I think?
Yeah, and I kept the Minot weather forecast on my phone the entire time Tristan was there. And when I would see minus 30 or below, I'd just send a snowflake emoji to him because, man, was it cold up there. But got the opportunity to come back closer to home, and he's doing a great job, and glad to stay in touch with him.
He told a great story about Sullivan, too. So this year they're in the playoffs 9-0. What a great turnaround it's been, because last year they made the playoffs, obviously, but and they were 4-5 the year before. For the previous 5 seasons, they were winless. 5 straight winless seasons at Sullivan, and look what they've done in, 3 years since. Now they're 9-0, one of 3 undefeated teams. And, they're in a position right now to move on to the playoffs. They have the edge here at halftime. I know you're scouring the area for scores, and I'm dying to hear some of these other LIC teams in the playoff scores.
Well, KZ, let's start with good news. The KZ Westfield Warriors leading Jacksonville Rout, a private school, in the second quarter. 26-7 is that score. There. I have not yet been able to find the Alney scores, so we'll work to get that for you. Some other scores: Cesar-Valier leading Red Hill in the 1A playoffs, 30-6 in the fourth quarter. Nashville, that is a 3A game, right? I believe. Yes, 13th seed Olympia at the 4th seed Nashville. Nashville leading 13-0 in the second quarter. Also in the 3A playoffs, Monticello, the 6th seed, leads DuQuoin, the Aces' week 1 opponent next year, the Indians, 21-7. DuQuoin, the 11 seed in that one. Also in the 2A playoffs, Quincy Notre Dame leading Flora 28-0 at half. And the reason I can't find the Alney score, that game just started at 3 o'clock, so that's just underway. No score for Alney in the 4A playoffs. I also can't find a score from Carmi, but give me time. I'll keep looking. Got a lot more places we got to look for scores here today than what we have been, but unfortunately, in this game, the Aces just haven't been able to play mistake-free. And I think, boy, if we were able to play a mistake-free ball game, I think you might be looking at a different score and maybe even a different leader here at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, we can think of 2 drives in a row that in this first half that we can think that maybe would have worked in our favor, but it didn't. And there we are. It's 12-6 here. Sullivan leads at halftime. And what a story on the Alney Tigers. They are seeking, with a win today, it would be their first ever 10-win season in school history. Wow. How many has Mount Carmel had? A bunch over the years.
Can't even begin to count.
Yet they've never had one at Alney, and they are on the doorstep of that right now. Only their 4th 9-0 team in school history.
And the first in about 100 years or so.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? I mean, that's just mind-blowing to me to think about what this team has been able to do. From Alney this year, it's seemingly like it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of deal for them, but they're going to be loaded again next year, I think.
And the nice thing is Mount Carmel is too. All these kids we've got on this team, we only got 5 seniors, and all these young kids are gaining this immeasurable experience. They're going to be back next year, and so, it's going to be an Alney Mount Carmel deal next year, and I'm sure KZ will be right there in the mix as well, too. They always are.
Thanks to Dave Rigg texting us a halftime score. Carmi trails Warrensburg-Latham on the road at halftime, 21-12. That's a 2A score for you. So Kurt Simon, in his final year, retiring at the end of the year as the coach of the Bulldogs, has been there a long time, since the 97 season, trying to get a playoff win on the road up at Warrensburg-Latham. They're down by 9 at the break in that one.
Man, I had no idea he's been there that long. Holy mackerel.
A staple, an institution he has been, no doubt. Also, I'm trying to get the Fairfield score to populate here. They are playing today, are the Mules on the road. They're playing Greenville in the 3A playoffs, a team that Mount Carmel is very much familiar with, and I believe it's a halftime score there. The Comets of Greenville leading Fairfield 21-0 at halftime.
All right, Mount Carmel's made its way back onto the field for preps for the second half. The officials have yet to add time to the clock, so we've got a couple minutes left here at halftime. You're listening to the Keepus Funeral Home halftime show. It's Sullivan 12, Mount Carmel 6. Back with more in 2 minutes.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smokin' Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
The Wabash County Health Department is now offering breast cancer prevention and navigation services for those who have recently been diagnosed with or are currently fighting breast cancer. We're here to help navigate you through your cancer care journey and assist you in connecting with the care and assistance you need. Our breast cancer navigator, Megan Storkman, and outreach coordinator, Katie Isles, are ready to help. Call 618-263-3873 to schedule an appointment.
In the heart of Mount Carmel, where community and support go hand in hand, you'll find the First National Bank.
We're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your supporters.
Just like our Golden Aces, we believe in hard work, dedication, and the power of community.
Whether on the field or in the bank, we're here to cheer you on every step of the way.
We're proud to support the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
Because when our team wins, our community wins.
Here's to another season of victories, both big and small. The First National Bank, where community comes first. Go Golden Aces. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
One of the things we want all of our customers to make sure of is that if you do install a generator, make sure that you have a properly functioning transfer switch. And a transfer switch will make sure that the generator is disconnected from utility service, and that protects your equipment and also protects all of our crews working on the line. If a generator is not hooked up correctly, it can send power back through that transformer, and then it can be high voltage in a dangerous situation.
You're listening to the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report at Sullivan 12, Mount Carmel 6 at intermission. We're just about ready for the second half. Well, Elliot Acre scored from 6 yards out at the 11-11 mark of the second quarter. That was his 13th rushing touchdown of the year. That was the Aces' first touchdown of the night, and the Aces touchdown opener brought to you by Full Stadium Marketing, local marketing services to help your business win the crowd. Unfortunately, that's turned into the only Aces touchdown of the game. But the Aces still in a shot to get back in this thing, 12-6. How about that New Berlin and Benton score, Kyle?
Yeah, that's the opponent of the winner of this game. We'll meet the winner of that one next week. And the early score in that one, New Berlin 7, Benton nothing. Now, that's one of the odd games in the 3A playoffs in which Benton, as the 10 seed, is an 8-point favorite, according to CalPreps.com. So for Mount Carmel's sake, if Benton would win on the seed upset and the win here, we would go to Benton next week. If not, if the Aces can win here today, New Berlin would visit the Snake Pit next Saturday.
So that's your setup. Boy, we've continued to have a marvelous day here, weather condition-wise. It is November. Who knows what we could get. But this has turned into a great afternoon. Mount Carmel has got to take better care of the football here in the second half. 3 turnovers. We bit on a hard count once. It gave them a first down inside, really knocking at the goal line at that point. And so all things considered, as I mentioned, it's just 12-6. We proved we can move the football in the first half. Now we just got to hang on to the football and march down the field and actually score.
You know, Scott, and you take away, that's the interesting thing to all of this. A lot of small yardage plays for Sullivan. They had a 53-yard play in which we missed a tackle that really kind of set them up for one of their scores, and then we had a chance to get them off the field on a 4th down play, and we jumped off sides that set them up close for the second score. So we had our opportunities to get off the field. We just couldn't get it done. And the Aces now will kick away, trying to keep this a 1-score lead. This opening possession is going to be big for this ball club here. We got to keep Sullivan from scoring right now.
D'Aiden Arnold deep for Sullivan, but he probably will not get the football. Here is the kick, and it is a floater that will land in front of him. Well, he may get it, and he does pick it up at the 9, 10, 15, and he fumbles the football. There's a scramble in Mount Carmel, and then no signal yet. They're unpiling.
I guess Benton got it.
And
Whoa,
Benton
I thought
got
we
it
had
back.
it.
Wow. They got it back, I should say Benton. I should say Sullivan.
Sorry.
Big break for the
About that.
Skins. They've got it at the 17-yard line.
Nearly the first true mistake for the Redskins. The Aces were right there, just couldn't fall on it, but we do force them into a deep start at the 18-yard line here.
Well, maybe that's a kind of a positive little note that maybe things are going to turn in our favor turnover-wise in the second half. Sullivan goes from right to left here in the third quarter. They're your leaders, 12-6. They come out with two receivers left, a right, one to the left with a wing back that way. And it's Christensen. Cooper Christensen will hand it off. Ball carrier looking for him, slips and he took a loss on the play.
Aces right there to end that run. And boy, a huge loss on the play on the opening drive. That's going to be a loss of 7 yards.
Yeah, if that was going to be a jet sweep, it was grounded.
They ran that ball to a player I don't have
Yeah, Montgomery,
noted.
Braden Montgomery.
There you go.
And they mark it back all the way to the 11. So, boy, they have to go to the 28. So it's about second down and 17 now for the Redskins. How about a stop now? One man in motion, and Christensen will keep it himself. Works the left side, not much. Repelled after a 2-yard gain to the 13. Now third and long.
Yeah, the Aces do a good job sticking with the quarterback. You know, one of those things that the Aces didn't do was outside containment, which allowed that big 53-yard run earlier. But this time the Aces keeping their eyes on the quarterback. He gets 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 15. A chance for a 3 and out here on the Aces defense. A third and very long for Sullivan here.
Here comes DeMarcus Moore into the game. They've used him on a couple of occasions. Staying in the backfield is Montgomery along with Christensen. Man in motion, Montgomery, and there's Christensen. He wants to throw, does, fires long over the middle, pass caught, and it is a first down over the 35 to the 37, and there's number 0, DeMarcus Moore on the catch.
I'm telling you, today it has seemed like when they get into a 3rd and 4th down conversion mode, Sullivan just finds a way. A 30-yard pass play up to the 38-yard line, and a big first down as Moore hauls that one in traffic.
He was even shaken up in the first half. Looked strong there, though, so he must be all fixed up from halftime. So now here the Redskins trips to the right side. Out of the pistol look, there's a handoff, and that is Fryman powering left side across
Ball's
the 40.
out.
Then maybe is the ball, well, must have been down on contact if it did come out. Well, the coaches up here thinking it was out. But they will mark him at around the 41, so a gain of 3, call it, second down.
15th carry for Fryman puts him at 117 yards unofficially. Jack Webb makes the stop of Arnold on the play. They say it was Arnold, I guess, on that run. I thought it was Fryman, so Arnold on the carry.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not sure that was right on their scoreboard, but I'm going to go with Fryman.
Yeah, so one wide receiver to the right side, 2 to the left, and now Fryman gets the call from halfback left and slides back to the right side. A couple of yards, maybe to the 41, and that's about it.
So here we go again, partner. Another 3rd down for the Aces defense. A chance to maybe get the offense the ball for the first time here in the second half, right here, right now.
3rd and about 7 to go. Early third quarter. Sullivan leads 12-6. Mount Carmel itching to get the ball back. Let's see what the Redskins come up with here. They have no wideouts to the left side. They have 2 to the right, kind of a slot and a wideout. Christensen in the shotgun with a wing to the left. He backs up, wants to throw. They're in after it. Ball's loose. It's knocked away from him, and there's a scramble. And who's going to end up with it? A big pile.
How did we not
Sullivan
get to that ball? They got it
again.
again.
But now, with a ball back at the 38-yard line, they've got about 9 to go, and it'll be 4th down and 9. Now let's see if they want to kick it away.
Boy, oh boy. 4th down, 4th and 10. How did the Aces not get to that ball?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
That's the second fumble of the half for Sullivan. They've recovered both. But now you would expect a punt here, and we do have a man deep.
Yep, Metter drops deep, back at around his own 32-yard line. And see what happens here. There is the snap and the kick.
Good kick.
And it bounds down the field. Metter tracks it down and around the 23, works the right side, 25, 30. Banged out of bounds at around the 34-yard line. Carmel has the football, and they stop Sullivan.
There you go. There's the defensive stop we needed. And now the Aces have a chance to tie this game up with a drive here.
Third quarter, 8:01 to go in the third frame. Sullivan leads 12-6. Mount Carmel now plays for the tie and or lead here. They've got a long way to go, 64 yards, but first things first, we got to hang on to the football. We've fumbled 3 times today.
That Alney game now is tied 6-6 between Alney and Kewanee.
Boy, what a haul for Kewanee, all the way to Alney for a first-round game.
Yeah, that's far.
I mean, they're up north of Peoria, that Kewanee is. So the Aces go left to right here in the third quarter. Shane Metter back in charge of his ball club. He was our player profiled interview piece today. Trips left side. And now there is Webb. He will be a wing, and he's in motion right to left. Stumbled a little bit, and the play is halted.
Telling you, Scott, the coaches we're sitting right next to up here were yelling at Jack to get off the ball because that would have been a penalty. And instead, his stumble, I think, cost us here. But they're talking to the back judge. Did the play clock expire?
Well, I don't know. It looks like they were going to use Webb on the play, pitch to him, but he was having a hard time getting up to speed as he rolled in motion.
This is a long discussion.
Then the play just kind of stopped, and no signal yet.
And now they're going to talk to Sullivan. Are they talking about something in the end zone? What are we talking about?
Well, he's pointing, one of the officials pointing down the field as he comes over to the sideline. Meanwhile, the clock is stopped, no penalty or no flags of any kind. And what are we talking about here? Yeah, pointing down the field, I think.
There were two play clocks that had different time numbers.
Oh, gotcha. One had 25, and or they already reset it. No.
So no penalty for the delay of game.
Because they can't very well decide what
which
clock
play
to
clock,
use.
If we're looking at that clock and the back judge, who is the official counter, is looking at the other clock, and they're not synced, that's a problem.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I wasn't sure you could either.
All right, so I guess we'll just go again here. It's
a
first
redo.
and 10, Mount Carmel. Man in motion, Webb. And now there's the pitch. And to the left side goes Elliott Acree. Gets outside, bangs forward to around the 35, 38, 39-yard line, maybe the 40.
Yeah, good run by Webb. Or check that by Acree. Gets about 5, call it 6 maybe on the play. Acree, quiet by his standards, but we've involved so many more players today. He hasn't needed the extra yards. He's up to 38 now on his 8th carry.
Well, we used Tobias Phillip a lot in the first half, too. And now here are the Aces on second and 5. Man in motion, and there is Metter giving the pitch to to Tobias Phillip again, and he's drilled for a loss this time as, boy, they wrapped it up. He was busy looking for some running room on the edge, and Sullivan converged and dragged him down for a loss back of the 40.
Yeah, first carry for loss for Phillip today. Give him a loss of 1. And now the Aces are faced with a 3rd and 5. And actually, they may have said no gain on the play.
Yeah, I think so. I think they gave him that much anyway. But, yeah, so 3rd and 5 and a tough spot for the Aces. And that's almost the equivalent of a mistake because we didn't get anything on that play. All right, here under center now is Metter. He calls and hands it off. Ball carrier Acree, nope, he stood up and he plunges forward for a yard or 2, and that's only because of a good second effort by Acree, but he stopped at the 42, and now it's 4th and about 2 to 3.
Well, boy, decision time here for the Aces. Do you try to roll the dice and go for it here and keep possession, or do you kick it back to a offense you just forced into a 3-and-out on their first possession?
Yep.
We're on the field at this point.
Yep.
So it looks like we may go for it.
Big moment, 6:17 to go, third period. Aces are going to go for it. And it is fourth down.
Get them to jump here.
Two receivers to the left side now. The tackle and tight end switch right to left. And it's Metter under center, does not pull them off.
5 on the play
so
clock.
So he's barking out play calls now, and there's he's going to keep it himself.
That was Kling. I think he handed off.
Oh, he did, and he went nowhere, and Sullivan takes over at the 43.
Well, the first gamble of the game, and it does not go the Aces' way. Kling brought down for a loss on the play, and the Redskins will take over from the 42.
Yeah, sometimes our margin of error is so small that even a play that doesn't work for a lot of yards stops us. And that happened on 2 straight plays there. And now Sullivan in great shape at the Aces 43. And they come out on a spread. They've got trips to the left side. And here is Fryman, the running back, who will get the call. Countering back to the left side. Big running room. Nice lane. And it closed up inside the 35 to the 33 near the marker. I don't think he got the first down, but maybe call it 9.
It's very close.
Yep, so 2nd and 1.
Yep, 2nd down, and it was Tobias Fulop that I believe tripped him up on the 9-yard gain that time.
Wonder if they go ahead and aim for 6 on this play. It's 2nd and less than 1. Well, they present spread, trips left side. Christensen in the shotgun with Fryman to his right. Wing off to the right. And it'll be Christensen keeping himself. Webb grabs him from behind and brings him down, but not before the first down to the 30-yard line. First down, Sullivan.
3-yard pickup there to the 30. Moving the chains, a first down, the second of the half for the Redskins, and already under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3.
It is 12-6, Sullivan leads. Look who's back in the game. It's DeMarcus Moore. Last time he checked in, he made a marvelous catch of a ball that took him out of a jam on 3rd down. Christensen looks a little confused here now as he gets ready to go, sends a man in motion. The ball hits the counter man, and it's loose on the deck. It's still going.
It goes out of bounds.
So it may be Sullivan ball still. The counter man, the pitch hit him as he was in motion to the left side and bounded around. Mount Carmel could not come up with it again.
Now they also have a flag down on the opposite side of the field, and the indication was a false start against Sullivan. So I guess we can accept the result of the play. Yes, so we're going to decline the penalty here, I think. But where would they spot the ball after all of that?
Well, they haven't.
Well, no. So we are going to take the result of we take the penalty. So it's a 5-yard penalty back to the 35.
And so now it's 1st and 15. The line of scrimmage is the 35.
Aren't those false starts typically whistled dead at the beginning of the play? It would have been interesting had that actually been the call there and the fumble ball got away.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was about ready to stop the play, but then the play dematerialized on its own.
Now the official was pointing into the Mount Carmel coaching staff over there. He wasn't happy with something we were saying.
And here's Christensen. He hands it off. That's Fry doesn't get much. Not even to the 10-yard marker.
Not even to the 5-yard penalty marker. It doesn't look.
Yeah.
So no gain.
No gain. So here we are now. It's 2nd and long. We're down to 3:48 to go here in the 3rd period.
Scott, you just kind of get the sense in watching this game that Sullivan is, at least in a lot like Mount Carmel, they cannot really afford mistakes. But they have been efficient in 3rd and 4th down conversions today. That's been a big difference.
Boy, haven't they. And these conversions in the second half, if they continue to make them, are going to turn into backbreakers. Okay, trips left side. Christensen to the shotgun and pulls it back from Fryman. Throws left side. Pass is caught in the backfield. And the recovery, but not much after the catch. The market at around the 33.
Bader makes the stop for the Aces, and Montgomery made the catch. And here we go with a 3rd and long. That play goes for no gain.
3rd and 15. We're down to 3:12 to go, 3rd period. First round of the IHSA Class 3A playoffs. 32 teams in line for a state championship at Illinois State University. Last year, the Aces made the finals. This year, 5-4 in a first-round road game. And now trips to the right side for Sullivan.
Play clock's at 5.
And here's Christensen. Will he get the snap? If he doesn't, time rolls to the right side. Sets, wants to throw. Throws back over the middle. Wide open. The receiver's got it at the 5, and he scores a touchdown. Again, a huge third down conversion. A 34-yard touchdown pass, and Sullivan leads 18-6.
Well, just got a step. Montgomery did past Fulop. And an explosive play again for the Redskins, 34 yards.
And it's 18-6. We have 3:06 to go, third period.
Christensen to Montgomery. And now another conversion.
Yep, and they'll go for 2. It'll be Christensen in the shotgun. And he gets the snap, backs up. Wants to throw, now he's going to run. Now he's going to throw. And it is incomplete. Is there a nope.
No flags.
Okay. All right, so the 2-point conversion fails, and let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Now Sullivan has a little wider cushion. They lead Mount Carmel 18-6, back in 1 minute.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Southern Accents, the ultimate Tom Petty experience, coming to the Brubeck Arts Center November 22nd. Southern Accents at the Brubeck Arts Center Theater, Friday, November 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Scan the QR code for tickets or visit the Wabash Valley Arts Council Facebook page.
Sullivan has grown the lead to 18-6 now, and here comes the Redskins kickoff. And it is a bounder downfield. It gets off of one back, picked up at around the 25, 30, 35, and pushing forward to around the 38. And on the return for the Aces, that was, turn around please, that
was the up back Kling, I think.
Okay.
Was it Kling? Maybe it was Militoni, two guys up there in the vicinity area. Maybe it was Militoni, I believe.
And they're going to set the ball down at the 43, so that's where Mount Carmel starts. Time is going to become a factor soon, especially with a Mount Carmel team that really needs plenty of time to run its offense.
Now down 2 scores now. You've got to find the offense and the ability to move the football.
2:58 to go here in the third period.
Scott, there's not a lot of difference in terms of total offense today. The difference is on the scoreboard.
So here come the Aces. Double wing set. Metter sends a man in motion. That would be Militoni, and he fakes the pitch to him, drives off left tackle, plunges forward over the 40 to around the 42, 43-yard line.
Good run there by Metter on first down. Sets up a 2nd and 6 here. It's just his 4th carry today. Metter's at 18 yards unofficially.
No scoring in the first quarter. Sullivan outscored Mount Carmel 12-6 in the second. They've added a touchdown here. No 2-point conversions by either team today. 18-6.
18 unanswered by the Redskins.
Aces have a receiver to the right side. Man in motion, Militoni. Swing pass is dropped by Militoni, and he's lost the ball.
My.
And I think Sullivan ends up with it. Wait a minute,
yes,
no.
They did. Yep.
And they get the football. He recovered it, though. The advance doesn't count. He made it to the end zone. So the swing pass was behind the line of scrimmage to Militoni, and he appeared to have caught it, but he bobbled it. and Sullivan fell on it, and they advanced it, but the knee was down, and so they'll mark him at the 32. So that's our 4th turnover, and Sullivan gets the football right back.
4th one, 4th fumble. We've lost all 4. And now the Redskins probably scoring here would be about a knockout punch.
So we're down to 2:12 to go, 3rd period. Sullivan has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Christensen looks over the sideline, gets the play. Now they swap 2 receivers left to right, so we've got trips on the right side now. Aces adjust.
4 on the play clock.
And there is the snap. And this time Christensen keeps nice leg tackle. Did not escape as Kling grabbed him and wouldn't let him go. So a short gain to the 35. And it may be a loss on the play.
Yeah, give him a yard, I think, of progress after he fell forward.
Yeah, they mark it forward, don't they, too, around the 32. But meanwhile, the clock is running, 1:49 to go in the 3rd period. Boy, what Sullivan has been good at has been picking themselves off the deck on 3rd and 4th downs today. Their conversions have been, well, their percentage much higher than the average would ever be on both those downs. They have been impressive, huh?
Indeed.
So here's Christensen now. He's going to pull it back, take it himself. Now is repelled, gets around to the edge on the left side, and tries to find, and the flag down at the end of the play, and the play finally whistled down at the end, but
and now there's another flag.
Another flag flies after all this from another direction, too.
That was the white-capped official. I see 2 flags down, 2 different scenarios here. Let's see what this will all be.
So let's just see what this is about now. 1:18 to go, 3rd period.
Got to sort it all out. Can tell you the last update we had in the Olney game was still 6-6. As they started late, officials getting ready to start talking to us about the penalty. Or penalties, I should say.
Haven't seen a signal yet. Okay,
Holding
hold on Sullivan.
Yep.
And he stopped short of the second signal.
Well,
meanwhile, the football's laying at the 32.
Talking to the Mount Carmel coaches.
Over on the other side.
They're going to say back him up. So was there a second penalty or not?
Or just 2 flags on the same call? Or?
But boy, that second flag came so late, and now the head referee is talking to the coach on Sullivan's side, and he was none too pleased. Holding Mount Carmel, and that's the only flag.
Play. How about that, huh? Well, sure looked like everybody would have expected another call. Fans don't like it.
Wow.
And the line of scrimmage back at the 41-yard line.
Okay.
So now it is 2nd and 19 for Sullivan. They have 2 receivers to the right side and a wing to the right side. And here is Christensen in the shotgun. Backs up, swing pass, and dropped by the receiver. That pass intended for D'Ayden Arnold, and he dropped the ball incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like Sullivan, or rather Christensen, hung on to it a little too long there, and it went down at his ankles. Unlike the Aces with the backward pass that was loose ball on the other play in which it was a fumble, this was a forward pass, so it's incomplete.
Clock stops, 1:13 to go, 3rd period. Sullivan with the football, the Mount Carmel 41.
3rd and 19, so a chance to throw a couple of plays and get a stop here if you can. If you're the Aces, get the ball back. Chance to cut into it.
And that's been one of the toughest challenges for Mount Carmel, stopping these guys on 3rd and 4th. There's Christensen. He's going to air it out right side downfield, and the pass is caught at the 10, at the 5. Wow, another bailout by Sullivan. How about that?
A 40-yard pass play to the 1-yard line. And once again, the receiver is down after making the catch.
Yeah, getting up slowly. And
that's Owen Smith, number 13, who made that catch. His 8th catch of the season, goes for 40 yards. And what is it with Sullivan on 3rd and 4th down? Not only are they converting, but they're converting in distance.
In big fashion. So here they are knocking at the door with a touchdown that, boy, it could really start to be put away time. We're down to 4 seconds, 1:04 to go, I should say, in the third period. The clock is now running. It's 1st and goal for Sullivan.
This is at the 1.
All right, let's see if Christensen keeps the ball. He's under center, and he will hand it off. Ball carrier slides in, right side. Touchdown run for D'Ayden Arnold. And Sullivan now leads 24-6 with 43 seconds to go in the third period.
Well, partner, just again, a big play. There is an injured Aces player down out there after all of that.
Get a feel for that. I think that's Strockbine.
Oh.
Sam Strockbine, who just got back in the lineup last week, is down on the field right at the goal line, so time is called for that. Now 24-6, Sullivan has extended the lead. 1-yard run by Arnold, and Sam's up. Got a coach on both sides, making it out under his own power, though.
Number 51, Sam Strockbine. Shaking up on that last play.
Well, how about the fact that Sullivan has put 2 scores on the board here in the second half, and they have just done so many good things on 3rd and 4th down here today. Not afraid to take shots deep in those scenarios. And they have made the Aces pay in that department.
And now, at this point of the game, a very substantial lead for the Redskins.
Scores around the area. Casey leading route in the third, 39-7. Olney now with a 20-6 lead over Kewanee. Sesser leads Red Hill in the fourth, 30-6. Carmi trails Warrensburg Latham, 21-12 at the half in some area games. 2-point conversion try coming.
All right. And it'll be the quarterback under center for this. Takes the snap. And he slips out as he tried to turn and head back the other direction. So Christian. But let's take a look at that Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's now Sullivan. Yeah, I know. It's Sullivan with a big lead now. They lead the Aces 24-6. With 43 seconds to go in the third period, back in 1 minute.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh your space, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
All right, the Sullivan Redskins now with a commanding 24-6 lead, and there's another boundary kick down the field taken, and now let's throw across the field on a surprise move on the return. That's Metter with a catch. He works his way to the 35 before he's knocked out of bounds at around the 38. A little razzle-dazzle for the Aces, huh?
I don't know that we've seen that in a long time on a kickoff return for the Aces, trying to...
A lateral throw back across the field and...
trying to find some way to shake things up.
So Mount Carmel goes back to work. We have 34 seconds to go in the third period. And unfortunately, we're kind of getting pushed in a position of doing things that we really haven't been the best at this year.
Yeah, we're going to have to create opportunities
And we're going
to do it quickly.
We're going to have to step out of our comfort zone big time here and in a hurry. And here is Metter. Turns, keeps it himself, runs to the edge, and is going to get dragged down for a loss back at around the 35. Nice job by Montgomery. Stayed on him and then closed the angle on him and sent him for a loss on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Shane may have had the opportunity to turn the corner, but never got there because Montgomery, who is, as we're told, their best defender, blew that play up.
And we're down to 7 seconds to go. That'll do it for the third period. So it ends on a loss of, they'll call it 2 yards on the carry. And that ends the third period. A look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Sullivan in great shape as we enter the final 12. Sullivan leads Mount Carmel 24-6. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smokin' Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee the biggest possible tax refund. Stop by or give us a call today.
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We go to quarter number 4. Aces are spreading things out a little bit as they start. There is Metter, going to keep it himself, dives forward over to the right side, gets to about the 39, back to the original 10-yard marker, or back to the line of scrimmage. And that's the way the fourth quarter starts.
Well, just gut check time here for the Aces. We have got to find a way to move the chains somehow on third down, 3rd and 9. Another score update. Greenville leading Fairfield 41-6 after 3 quarters.
Sam Strockline, we note, is back in the game at the start of the fourth quarter, shaken up just a moment ago, so that's a good sign. Webb in motion right to left. Metter calls the signals out of the shotgun. Quick pump fake. Now he's going to get dragged. Nope, he escaped the would-be tackle. Now he's trying to run for his dear life. And is the ball loose?
They're going to say that loose. That's out.
Yeah. As he was trying to run around, the ball popped up. Let's see, they're unpacking that pile.
He started to try to throw the ball, and then it didn't come free, and now
we've got another. Looks like we've got a couple. One player down, Reed Stinson. He gets up. He's okay.
All right, and so we get the ball back. So
look where we're at.
Yeah, way backfield across the 30 to around the 28. That's about an 11-yard loss, and now it's 4th down.
And it's 4th and 20.
Well, we got to go for it. No, maybe we're not.
Yeah, I think we're going to punt the football away.
Nobody back deep yet for Sullivan.
And here,
the
snap is way too high over Wiggins' head. He goes back at around the 15, trying to run with it now. Looking back to the middle of the field, and he's now going to get brought down way back at the 13-yard line. That's where Sullivan will take over at the Mount Carmel 14. Wow.
Well, Scott, things kind of started really good for the Aces today. We got a Sullivan stop early. We had a 6-0 lead. And I think it's kind of safe to say the wheels have fallen off here. Too many turnovers, way too many mistakes. And Sullivan now poised to score again, set up in the red zone after the botch snap.
Yep, a short porch now for the Redskins, and they send 3 receivers out to the right side. And here is Christensen, hands it off, ball carrier. That is number 2, that is Arnold, and he just scored a touchdown, just like that.
14 yards, his second score, and as many really offensive plays for Sullivan. And this one's getting out of hand.
10:22 to go in the game. It's now 30-6 in favor of Sullivan.
30 unanswered points by the Redskins. The only thing Sullivan hasn't done is convert on a 2-point conversion. 0 for the day. And
in fact, 0 for the game. Even
yeah.
Mount Carmel didn't earlier. Let's see what happens here. Christensen will be in the shotgun. And gets a little kind of an inside little shuffle pitch. And there's your 2-point conversion. It was enough for Fryman. Kind of a shuffle pass. And Fryman gets the 2, and that just adds to the misery. Let's take a look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's all Sullivan. They lead Mount Carmel 32-6 back in 1 minute.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org. or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFQ stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
All right, Sullivan has grown the lead to 34-6, and the short kick taking it around the 25 and out to across the 35 goes the Aces return man, and that would be
Militoni.
Militoni on the return. And so the Aces have the football at the 37. Well, Sullivan has been too much for the Aces, and the Aces made too many mistakes, and that's pretty much it. 3rd and 4th down, if not for the turnovers, and it's all Sullivan here as they are in a prime position to go to 10-0.
Well, partner, you don't want to.
And we're not a 28-point fourth quarter deficit team, and there aren't too many of those on the planet.
Right.
And we're not one of them. Not this year. And here is Militoni under center. He's going to option keep himself off the right side. He's run down as he got to the back to the line at the 40. They're going to mark him down. So he gets a little progress, though. Mark it at about 2, maybe 3. 2nd down.
That was Metter, and his 8th carry of the day gets him, as you said, about 3 yards. But just, again, unfortunate that we haven't had our best day, haven't been able to play mistake-free, and credit Sullivan because they've created some of those opportunities for the Redskins.
They have been impressive on 3rd and 4th downs, haven't they? And now's an inside kind of a crossbow. Oh, my, what a hit.
That was Fryman who threw that hit.
And it was Militoni on the carry. Yeah, on the counter back.
Yep.
Man, he was hit hard at the line of scrimmage as he tried to counter back.
You know, Scott, something I have noticed today that I don't think you see in every game. These kids, both sides, have been pretty, sportsmen to the other side, helping each other up after big plays, good plays. So sportsmanship has been on display here today for sure.
Double wing set. Metter looks over at the sidelines, now crouches under center. Sends Fulop in motion. Fulop gets the call, cuts it up, nice lane to run with, and he gets the first down over the 45 to around the 49-yard line. Gain of about 11 on the play. Was it 11 or 9?
About 9.
Yeah, 9 on the play.
But it does move the chains. A 10 Pins Bowling Center first down for the Aces. Fulop up to 42 yards now on the day.
We will visit with Michael Brewer after the game in what is looking like the final game of the year. A wing to the left side and nice handoff. And that was to Elliott Acre on the carry, and he gets over midfield down to the Sullivan 47.
There's a flag down, so they'll halt the clock here with 8:29 left. That would be a 6-yard pickup for Acre pending the penalty. Actually call it a 5-yard gain. Taking some time to sort this one out.
All right, I think they're done with the confab. Now let's see what the call is. It's a personal foul on Mount Carmel.
Scott, the Aces credited for 137 yards of offense in the first half. I've got us now at 173 for the game.
So 36 in the second half?
That's been it. And now add a personal foul penalty to the wound here.
Back at the 39-yard line on our end of the field. Now we have to go to the 42 of Sullivan. So 11, 18, 19 yards or so.
Yeah, it's a long ways. Call it 20.
Okay. And here is Metter under center. Keeps it himself. There's the pitch to Fulop. And he is kind of spun in the backfield, tried to get progress, and I'm not sure they're going to mark him. Not to the line of scrimmage, though. Back at the well, no, they do give him credit to the line, to the 39. And it's third down. Well, Mount Carmel led 6-0 at one point, but the last 34 points, is that right? Am I even wrong on that?
No, it's all 32.
32. So. I'm sorry, I've added wrong.
Yeah.
32, and that's all belong to Sullivan now. They began the day as
don't know what play call Sullivan just made from the sideline to their line, but their linemen were thrilled with the play call, whatever this is going to be.
Okay, let's see.
They were
what
jumping up and down out there.
Now it's Metter under the shotgun down. There's the pitch. Here's Aker working the left side. Slices inside at 1 or 2 and gets across the 45 to the 40. Look where the official is.
Yeah,
did his knee go down?
There's a flag down.
Flag in the backfield. So technically, I guess the play was halted.
No, it went on.
Okay.
This guy was just wasn't going to move with the play because he knew it was coming back, I guess.
How nice.
So the ball is spotted at the 45, which would be about a 6-yard gain, but the penalty, boy, just get the penalties reported and let's go here, huh?
Clock stops, 7:33 left.
And now the official from the far side
coming
is
over
coming
to add his input to the deal.
Dead ball, false start against Mount Carmel after all of that.
That's all that was? Okay. They had to have a committee meeting for that. So let's see. They'll mark it off, or have they already marked? No, they haven't. It's from the 40. So it'll be back to the 40 then? Or have we done all that already? Nope, there we go.
They're now going to back him up. They were asking the Redskins if they wanted to decline the penalty or not, but they're taking the penalty back.
Oh, that's right.
They've got to mark it from the 41,
yeah,
to the 36. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 25. Yeah, 34, you're right.
Okay.
So 3rd and 25 or so? No, 20. 25. I'm right. Finally.
Yeah, I think you're right.
3rd and 25. All right. After that half hour, we're ready to go again. Took forever.
All right, here come the Aces to the line. And here's Metter in the shotgun. Backs up, quick throw to Webb. Got it. Oh, he fumbled the football after the catch. Who's got it?
Sullivan.
That's our 5th turnover? Is that right? 5 turnovers. Wow. Again, Sullivan has the football at the Aces 33-yard line. What is going on?
I'm telling you, 5 fumbles on the day. All fumbles we've made have been recovered by the Redskins. And don't forget, we had the botched snap on a would-be punt that Sullivan set up shop for a 1-play drive a play later on top of that.
So Sullivan with the football at the 33-yard line. It's 32-6, 7:27 to go here in the 4th period. And there's a receiver to the right, one to the left, wing to the right side, and the quarterback in the shotgun. That's Cooper Christensen. He'll give to Montgomery. And he tries to get outside, still running, 35-30. And finally, the Aces trip him up before he got all the way to the edge. And they're going to mark him all the way to the 31. That's a first down. A gain of about 15 on the play, 13 on the play.
Yeah, just there.
And called the 20, not the 30.
Yeah, 21. So 12, 13-yard game. And they are getting all the bounces here today. You know, I think you may have had an argument if you were the Aces potentially was that a completed pass to Webb? Did he make a football move after receiving it? But nothing like a review like you'd see in the NFL. So on the field, a fumble, and it was.
And now the ball carrier slides to the right side. I think that's Arnold on the carry. Yep, Deaden Arnold, one of the seniors on this Sullivan Okaw Valley team.
Yeah, Sullivan, Okaw Valley, they merged schools.
Yep,
Okaw Valley was with Bethany.
Bethany and
Fithian,
yep.
I think.
Wasn't it?
That doesn't sound right.
Okay.
But Finley was the other
there
school.
we go, yep.
And interesting, before the start of this game, they played the old school song for what was Sullivan by itself, the old school song for Okaw Valley, and then the new school song for the combined school of SOV. Another penalty.
And I think the only thing they didn't play that we're used to hearing at events is the Canadian National Anthem.
Right. That was probably next on the list, but they run out of time. They ran out of time, and now we've got to stop the clock for what?
I'm not sure.
The play clocks are not working.
Again, okay. Oh, they're not working at all.
They're off. One end at least. So now they're just instructing Sullivan that they're going to keep the play clocks with the official on the field. So look at the back judge. Had trouble with those play clocks throughout the day here.
6:14 to go in this one.
The game clock should be running, but it's not. They're trying to get them to run it. There it goes.
Sullivan will improve to 10-0 on the year. And again, that story we told you at halftime. The playoffs this year, the playoffs last year, a 4-5 season the year before, but for the 5 previous seasons, Sullivan was winless. Look at the turnaround they've had the last 3 years. Receiver split both ways.
And we just jumped. Well.
And move the football 5 yards.
An update from Alney. The Tigers lead Kewanee at halftime, 27-6. Okay. Move the chain, set the ball down, crank the clock.
They haven't moved the football yet, right?
Well, now what are they going to talk about?
Well,
now they're signaling delay of game against Sullivan. Is that what he just signaled? Yes.
So So we didn't jump?
So we apparently didn't jump. Apparently they're saying the play clock expired before we jumped.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's getting interesting out there for sure.
Well, the line of scrimmage will be the 28-yard line of Mount Carmel.
Now the play clocks are back on again.
Okay. Well, are they going to count them? Are they going to use them, though?
There goes the arm of the official.
And ball carrier gets a yard or two. And we got a player down on the a Mount Carmel player is on the deck.
We have slowed to a snail's pace in this one.
Yeah.
Arnold got the carry there.
Yeah, let's see who is down on the field. I don't know if that's – I'm not going to speculate until we get a number.
Yeah, I can't pick it out here.
Yeah. Clock stops, 5:19 left in this one. Mount Carmel will finish the year with a 5-5 record. But they made the playoffs. And this is year number 42 of the playoffs. And just an unbelievable run for Mount Carmel. And that is Braden Mason. He's now making it out under his own power, so he got up, so that's a good sign.
42 years out of 50 times
just amazing.
To be in the playoff
That
field.
is one of the top figures in the state of Illinois.
And remember, the COVID year where there was no playoffs, we were 6-0 that year. That would have been another 43 out of 51 if you would have counted that one.
So that's why this is only the 50th year for IHSA playoff football, and this is the 51st year since the playoffs began, because we didn't play that one year. We played in the spring.
So you're telling me the Mount Carmel girls golf team would have 5 state championships in a row without the COVID season?
I think
on
they
the
would,
girls golf team,
because remember, we checked all those scores. We called them mythical state champs the year before they really started their run, and they got second the year before that. There's an incomplete pass. It's in the backfield, though. And it was fallen on by D.A. Gnarl. He couldn't come up with that pass. It was a lateral at that point, and he had to track it down. I think the coaches and players were yelling at him.
Yeah, the officials didn't blow it dead, so it's a live football, and I'm surprised. I'm going to say an incomplete pass.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay, well, one official came in and overruled, said he had the call. He was a side judge, though, so I guess they let him have it. It was his side. And it's 4th down now after all this, and the line of scrimmage will be the 26-yard line. And we're down to 4:56 to go in this one. Sullivan leads 32-6.
So 4th down, they're gonna go for it from here, obviously.
Well, they couldn't even. They don't have a punter, right?
Yeah. They couldn't punt really from here either.
Oh,
You're not going to gain
right.
much.
Yeah, and there is the snap. Ball carrier. That's Christensen. He escapes, and he was going to throw the ball, I thought. Now he does get it off, and the pass is, it's caught, but he was out of bounds, and we made the catch. Really nice catch over there by Montgomery.
It would not have been a first down anyway.
Okay.
He was up near the original 10-yard marker after all of that. Remember, Christensen ran back a mile before he threw that ball, but not a completed pass, so the Aces will take over on downs.
Take over on downs, and kind of a small consolation for the Aces that they stopped them on that possession. So Mount Carmel now, with 4:47 to go, takes over the football. So Sullivan, Byron, and St. Joe Ogden began the weekend as the only undefeateds in Class 3A. Byron won yesterday. Sullivan is taking care of business here. St. Joe Ogden, the only team we don't know about. And here is a handoff. Full up, right side, almost stepped out of a tackle, and he would have had a lot more ground to work with. But as it is, he stopped at the 45-yard line and just about on the first down marker. Give him 9 on the play.
Give Fulop 9. He's up to 51 yards now rushing. At 173 for the season coming into the day.
Fulop is one of the Aces, one of the seniors Mount Carmel will be saying goodbye to on the football field. He gets another call there. And he made it, I think, on second down. Well, wait a minute. Let's see where they mark him. Yep. Hard to tell. It's close. I don't know if he made it.
And they're going to stop the clock at least to take a look. 4:03 left. Take a look. Move the chains. Now the official from the far side is coming back in to say, I think they're going to make him respot the football. I'm not sure how he had the view of where that ball should be.
Meanwhile, they've just decided to play music during all this now.
Watch. So now, what are we doing? We picked up the ball.
Yeah, and threw it to another official.
Who's going to set it down and spot it there.
Okay.
And now
they eyeball it,
and
it's first down. Okay, guys. Well, at least they got it right, I guess.
They got it right.
Line of scrimmage, the 36-yard line. And they're still playing music. It's like an NBA game. They play music during the contest. All right, trips to the left side for the Aces, and here is Metter. He's going to fake the pitch, drive it inside, and he lost the football. Scramble way downfield, and they're still fighting for the football, and Sullivan has it. 6 turnovers on Mount Carmel. This one probably the least relevant of any of them.
Yeah.
At this point in the game, but still a turnover, and Sullivan takes over. They'll mark the ball at around the 50-yard line, rather.
Telling you, one of the concerns, I think, coming in from Mount Carmel today was the ability to wrap up Sullivan and prevent the big plays. And for the most part, take away 1 or 2, we've done that. Wrapped up, no second chance efforts. But we just have not been able to hang on to the football today.
So Sullivan has now the chance to play out the string here. And there's a handoff. Ball carrier works the right side and fought through a couple would-be tacklers. Is that Arnold on the carry?
Now there's a flag for a late hit.
On Mount Carmel. And I think that was Arnold. The fans are getting pretty wound up for a 32-6 ball game.
The cheerleaders are also throwing footballs into the stands, which I think the fans are excited about.
Maybe
too.
That's what they're making noise about. And we have another committee meeting.
They may be ejecting an Aces player here. We'll see.
Okay, well, we'll see.
That may be the lengthy discussion.
And
dead ball, personal foul, Mount Carmel. No ejection.
No signal on the ejection, okay. And so let's see where they mark the football. To the 25. To the 23.
I agree with you.
Okay.
So a big penalty walk-off to up to the 23-yard line. After all of that, we removed the player who was involved with the play on our own. He's not on the field. Sullivan fans turning around yelling at our coaches up here. We've already done the right thing.
Yeah, so we appreciate the input, fans. Yeah. But leave it to the coaches. All right, and there is...
now another flag.
Another flag, okay.
We just need this game to end.
Yeah, let's just get it over with. And let's see what the call is.
Face mask against the Aces.
Okay. Well, we're just melting down here, aren't we?
Yeah, just coming apart.
Just melting down today. Look at the 17-yard line. They mark it to the 17. 6 turnovers and a meltdown.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it, huh?
6 turnovers today.
And a hard count miscue. That really hurt.
Yep.
All right, so now they're starting to sprinkle in subs a little bit.
Christensen's still out there at the quarterback spot.
And he will hand off. And, nice job. A trip up in the backfield. Nicely done. And it really slowed Arnold up. And he didn't get much on that play to around the 18.
Not sure he got anything out of that.
Yeah, and Sullivan is just not even interested in scoring at this point. They're down to 2:30 to go in the contest, just playing out the string.
Taking their players out.
Yep. And, they're doing it strategically, so they can get applause and all that. Why not? To the maximum here. They get a home game. Now, what do they do? So, Benton and New Berlin, what's their scenario?
So
I didn't even look at that end of it.
I believe, let's see here. So,
let's see.
Benton's the 10 seed, so here we'll call the play first.
Yeah, and that play is Christensen on the keeper, rolls right side, gets to around the 18, 17.
Benton's the 10 seed, so if Benton wins, then Sullivan goes to Benton because Benton's not hosted. New Berlin is the 7th seed, Sullivan's the 2. They both will have hosted, so Sullivan would host New Berlin next week.
Okay. Well, Sullivan was almost magical the way they handled their 3rd and 4th down situations, breaking our back every time with those many conversions they had today.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't hang on to the football.
Benton, by the way, does lead New Berlin 21-7 at the half.
So they've come back here. The Rangers have against New Berlin. Huh?
High snap.
High snap. The ball carrier on the carry, and that is Hullum. Addison Hullum on the carry. Inside the 15, down to around the 14-yard line, and we're down to 1:07 to go. One more snap for Sullivan, and they can move on at 10-0. And Mount Carmel with an extremely, this has got to be the youngest team we've ever had in the playoff.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a younger Mount Carmel team in the postseason.
And
yet they made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, to their credit, they did something that other teams with more experience could not do, and that was make the playoff field.
Yep. So all things, it was still, it's a playoff team, of which Mount Carmel's had a bunch of them over the years. So from that angle, it's a success. And there's a handoff ball. No, ball popped loose. Mount Carmel came out with the ball, but after the play.
It'll be a turnover on downs because it was fourth down, so they do have to stop the clock. The Aces do get the ball back.
And we have to run a play. 28 seconds to go. All right. The line of scrimmage will be the 15-yard line.
I think we'll probably take a knee here, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Well, we've got a lot of talent coming back next year. Holy mackerel, don't we ever. Line, skill backs. You name it. We will add 5 seniors on this squad. So a ton of people are coming back next year, and it can only get better for that. And they will, again, continue to put new players in for Sullivan. As the Redskins move on and avenge last year's loss, they even the all-time series between these two at 1 game apiece. Each team now has exchanged home field victories in this all-time series, both games in the playoff. And it'll be Metter handing off on the final play of the year. And the ball carrier gets to around the 20-yard line. Let's at least get this one right. And
that was
Acre, and we're down to 5 seconds. Down to 12 seconds. And the fans cheer. That will do it. As we don't need to have another snap, but already the lines are formed at 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. The Sullivan Redskins have defeated Mount Carmel today in the first round of the IHSA Class 3A playoffs, 32-6, scoring the final 32 points of the game. Aces, 6 turnovers on the day, uncharacteristic, and the season ends with a 5-5 record. Always after the last game when it ends on a playoff field like this, I'm not sure we get the coach afterwards. Sometimes we don't, so we'll play it by ear. But we've got a scoring summary ahead, and we'll take a look at some of those other scores as the season ends for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces today on the fields of East Central Illinois. The final look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Sullivan 32, Mount Carmel 6, back in 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day his surgery went like planned, registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
If you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a huge selection of Jeeps and Chryslers. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned inventory at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a complete lineup of Fords. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned Fords at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Back here in Sullivan, the host Redskins improved to 10-0 in the year, and they throttled Mount Carmel today 32-6. Mount Carmel had the early lead in the first minute of the second quarter, 6-0. Everything looked rosy back then, even though we began to see the indications of the kind of day it was be. We'd already fumbled the ball once by then, but somehow wiggled off the hook and stopped Sullivan, then came down and scored, and things looked good. But then there came Sullivan. They scored the next 12 points, led 12-6 at halftime, and outscored Mount Carmel 20-0 in the second half to rout the Aces 32-6. Mount Carmel finished with an unbelievable total of 6 turnovers, 6 fumbles lost on the game. And yet another key play was the hard count draw of Mount Carmel offsides that kept a scoring drive for Sullivan going. That was really one of those big scoring drives that really started to put some distance between them and the Aces on the scoreboard. At the end of the day, it was all Sullivan. They are 10-0. They march on in the second round. Meanwhile, the Aces season ends at 5-5, but it was a season in which a team with only 5 seniors made the playoffs, one of 3 from the Little Illini Conference this year. Well, they're celebrating on the field at Sullivan, a mass of players and parents and fans and everybody. Mount Carmel meeting around its coach at the other end of the field. And on this beautiful fall afternoon, a beautiful fall football day, the season ends for Mount Carmel. But it's in November, and that's always a good thing when you're playing November football, even if it is ugly in the end.
Yeah, no doubt. And as you take a look at how things went here today, Mount Carmel just was not able to get much moving offensively in the second half, and too many mistakes. I don't remember the last time Mount Carmel turned the ball over 6 times in a game. And unfortunately for this young team, it happened here in the first round of the playoffs. Sullivan moving on to the second round. They will, if scores hold, be traveling to Benton to take on the Rangers. As Benton had the lead over New Berlin, it's now extended 28-7. Benton on top of New Berlin. That one in the third quarter now. So it looks like Sullivan will have a second round road game in Benton. How about that? It could have been a Mount Carmel-Benton rematch again in the playoffs, but instead it will be Sullivan making the trip to play the Rangers. As you look at the other scores here, in the 3A playoffs, St. Joe Ogden up big, 48-0 over West Frankfort. These are southern half of the bracket scores, and we'll go in bracket order for you. So St. Joe Ogden, the top seed, leading West Frankfort big. Tolono Unity leading Roxana at halftime, 30-3. So Unity, the 9 seed, winning an upset there. Nashville and Olympia playing. Nashville, the higher seed, leading Olympia 28-3. That's in the third quarter. I don't know if I actually got the actual score written down there. I'll double check that score here. But yeah, Olympia 28-20. Actually correct all that again. Nashville leading Olympia 28-20. So Nashville, the 4 seed, on top of Olympia. Fairfield getting spanked by Greenville, 41-6. The Comets with the lead. They are the 5th seed. Fairfield, the 12th. That's starting the 4th. Williamsville beat Carlinville, 49-14. They're the 3 seed. So that's below Mount Carmel, Sullivan, Benton, New Berlin, and then DuQuoin fell to Monticello today, 49-20. So Monticello, Williamsville, going from the southern part of the bracket up. Benton, Sullivan, Greenville. If the score holds, it would be Nashville, Tolono, and St. Joe Ogden would move on in the 3A bracket. In the other scores, Olney leading Kewanee 34-6. The Tigers about to go to 10-0 for the first time ever. Casey leading Rout in the fourth quarter, but that one has closed a little bit. 39-21, still a multi-score lead for the Warriors, and now that has gone final. 39-21, Casey gets the win. 2 teams left from the LIC in the playoffs. Cesar-Valier leading Fairfield 30-6, and Warrensburg, Latham, and Carmi. The Bulldogs have battled back in that ball game. Last update we had from that one, unfortunately that's gone final. Now, Carmi battles back, but their season ends. So does the career of Kurt Simon as the coach of the Bulldogs. Warrensburg Latham hangs on for a 35-30 win over Carmi.
Boy, how about that? The LIC, 3 football teams get in, and we're not the last team playing in the postseason. Usually we are, but congratulations to Olney and Casey Westfield as they move on. Mount Carmel is not to be today. Kind of unusual in terms of the overall playoff history of Mount Carmel. We were 30-11 in first-round games coming in. That's just an amazing record. So our earliest exit in the playoffs since 2012, I think you told me, right, earlier. So an unusual early exit for Mount Carmel, but, boy, we just made too many mistakes today and had telltale signs if we were not converting on second and third downs like we did, but, boy, we just could not hang on to the football. 6 fumbles lost on the day for Mount Carmel. And even when Sullivan coughed up the football in the second half a couple times, they got theirs back. So the footballs are bouncing well for Sullivan and not so well for Mount Carmel.
Yeah, Scott, so Mount Carmel drops to 65-41 all-time in the playoffs, 25-31 on the road. Michael Brewer, 9-5 as the head coach, 2-5 in road games. It's Brewer's first loss in a first-round game, now 4-1. The last first-round loss for the Aces was in 2012. Of course, we had some years we didn't make the playoff field in that stretch. 30 now and 12 all-time in first-round games are the Aces with the loss today.
And keep in mind, as Kyle mentioned, 60-46 is our overall record in all our 42 years in the playoffs. That's 106 games. Now, based on 9-game seasons.
60, wait a minute.
60 and 46.
Okay.
Overall total, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So 106 games. And if you count 9-game seasons, that's 11 and a half seasons of extra football that we've had over the years. 11 and a half entire seasons of extra football. That's how good this program is. One of the best in the state, certainly one of the best in Southern Illinois. Well, but this one's come to an end.
Yeah, I think we've seen our coaches and all go to the locker room, so I don't think we'll get Michael Brewer up here. We end with 172 rushing yards, very unofficially on my count. Leading the way, Tobias Fulop led the way today with 52 yards. Elliot Acree, 48 yards. Jackson Kling had 27. Shane Metter with 10. And, Scott, it started so well for this Aces team here today. That opening drive started well. We were marching down the field. Then we fumbled, so we didn't score on that drive. We then forced Sullivan to punt, got the ball back. We marched down and scored. At that point, we were dominating control of the game, and then the wheels just started falling off before they completely fell off.
Yeah.
By the time the game their game was over, the Redskins, by my count, finished with 295 yards. The Aces, I had us for 180. 2 passes completed by Metter, 1 for 18, 1 for 0, both to Jack Webb. Christensen goes for 94 yards through the air. They rush for 201. And Sullivan put the last 32 points of this game on the board to win it 32-6.
And a lot of the stuff later on in the game, there were flags, et cetera, probably was out of frustration as much as anything else. Yeah. It was just that kind of day for this Mount Carmel team today. Frustration like we don't see very often for Mount Carmel. It finally just took its toll on the Aces a little bit towards the end of the game. 32-6 is the final, and Sullivan moves on. So there are still 3 undefeated teams left in the state tournament in Class 3A as the final field of 16 is formed. The Byron Tigers are one of them. They won last night. St. Joe Ogden pummeling West Frankfort, at least in the first half. And the Sullivan Redskins also undefeated at 10-0. And, boy, were they something on 3rd and 4th down today. They just were breaking our back left and right by converting on those key down situations. And this is, you just got to tip your hat to them. They clearly were the better team on this day. There's just no doubt about it, as much as we hate to admit it.
Well, go win the whole thing now.
Yeah, right? We're rooting for them now. We want to, that makes our situation look better the further Sullivan goes now, and really the whole LIC too. And good luck now to Alney and Casey as they represent the league the rest of the way out and bring home some hardware, won't you please? And that will do it for us. We thank you for being with us all year again for Mount Carmel High School Golden Aces football, or engineers at the WSJD, and then, of course, all the college crew that's been helping to put it on. And we were glad the first year on YouTube, too. I think that worked out in everybody's favor this year. More people got to watch it, and we were on YouTube even today, even though it was a playoff game. How about that?
Yeah. We'll take that and run with it, and now we'll shift to basketball. The Lady Aces' first game actually got rescheduled because Carmine's making a deep volleyball run again. So The Lady Aces won't start until later in the month. The Aces will start against Wayne City before the Capital Classic this year, I believe, if I read that schedule right. And, of course, Wabash Valley basketball hosting their first home games today.
Yep. And I would just say in closing, I know it was ugly today in the game. It was frustrating probably for everybody at home listening. It certainly was on the field. And we got pretty well
manhandled in the end,
throttled by Sullivan 32-6. But don't think for a moment that the Aces team won't be back. 5 seniors on the squad this year, a bevy of skill backs and talent back at all areas of the football game. So, I mean, just imagine what this team is going to be like next year and the year after. And remember, we're talking about a sophomore quarterback. We've seen what sophomore quarterbacks should do between their sophomore year and senior year, and all you have to do is think back one quarterback to see about that. And so who knows what's ahead for the likes of Shane Metter and some of these other kids as well. L.A. Akery, Jackson Kling, the lineman. I mean, boy. So
coming into this game, I don't have the stats officially for today, but by my count, we'll lose about 300 rushing yards with the seniors departing. So we'll have about 2,200 rushing yards back and about half our receiving yards back and all our passing yards back on the offensive side.
And remember, Shane Metter was not even going to be a quarterback this year. And he turned into one and did a fine job. And now he's got a whole summer to grow and everything else and really get behind the job too. So, yep, it was ugly today, so feel sorry if you want. But, boy, I tell you what, the future is bright as it has been for Mount Carmel. We took the youngest postseason team we probably ever had and got to the playoffs with this bunch. So congratulations on the season that you've had. 5-5 and moving on in 2025 with the DeCoin Indians, the next opponent for Mount Carmel football next August. All right. For Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. Thanks for joining us. Aces football 2024 is in the books. And from Sullivan, we say so long, everybody. All right. Thank you, man. Yeah, I hope to work with you next year. Maybe do you do basketball?